Shrine the king, the best wrestling bar, cause the other ones bore me. Long as we around, they don't finish the story. Elite with it, they know I'ma be around, too sweet with it. They know I'ma lay it down on Inferno, but I'm quick to take them to hell. We the ones in the ring and beyond the bell, yeah. Beyond the Bell podcast. Make sure y'all like, follow, and subscribe. Yeah.
What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, man? What's going on,
everybody? Man? What it do? What a day, what a day, what a day.
What the last couple of days?
Excuse me.
Well, yeah.
As you guys saw at the beginning of the intro, the wrestling world has suffered another major loss. One of the brightest creative minds of any generation. People throw the word legend around a lot. And the definition of it is, it's almost subjective because certain people care about certain things. A lot of people care about accolades. A lot of people care about longevity. They care about WrestleMania main events. But to me, a legend is someone who leaves a legacy behind that will continue to carry the business forward for the next generation and one after that. Excuse me. Bray Wyatt had a legendary mind for this business and the entire industry. As anyone who knows me knows, I have a love-hate relationship with the booking of Bray Wyatt, never the character Bray Wyatt, and definitely not of the individual Mr. Rotunda. I always felt like the way he was utilized was the definition of stop, start, hot and cold. So I was very critical sometimes of what we were subjected to almost. Because you could tell, you knew the difference when Bray was fully into something that they were giving him, and you knew when he was like, all right, I know I can do this better, so I'm going to show y'all how to do this, and then I'll go back to doing what you want me to do, I guess. And I was already kind of today because it's Kobe Day, as everyone who knows me knows. You know, it ain't too many reminders around my house and in my life that don't remind me of that guy, because I have an entire Kobe Bryant sleeve. But losing a talent like Bray Wyatt on top of today already being emotional definitely sucks.
Yeah, it definitely is a lot. Like I said, the news kind of rocked me, especially with us losing, the legend, one of the most goated hardcore talents there was, Terry Funk. And then, like I said, Kobe Day being today, then also losing Mr. Windham. It's very emotional. I was a big Bray Wyatt fan.
Like you said, no, let's make sure you give yourself the credit. You were a Bray Wyatt fanatic, and that is okay, because we all have our guys that mean that to us. So give yourself that credit as well. It's always inspiring to see how much someone else loves another wrestler, because it almost like it's almost like a vindication for you loving your favorite the way you do. So you were definitely a fan's fan, my brother.
Yeah, that news rocked me hard. Like that news really sucker punch and gut punched me really bad. And like just knowing the news that we got of him getting better and what was suspected to come and what we talked about on the previous episodes, I wanted to see him come back. I know a lot of people, like you said, had a lot of things with his booking, but as far as moving forward, I really wanted to see what's next. But unfortunately, we won't get to see what's next for Mr. Bray Wyatt. And my heart, is out to his family, to his brother, sister, wife, children, his dad, uncles, everybody that's involved, the WWE family, the wrestling universe, period. We send our condolences out to everybody, because it hits us dramatically. And like I said, just gonna take a bit, but thankful for the time that we had him here. And rest up Mr. Bray Wyatt.
36 is young,
very young.
And it's crazy because it's starting to happen younger in our industry. Like, we've lost a lot of talent, but 36 is he's 2 years older than me.
Yo, I turn 36 next month.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes you almost face your mortality in a way when someone that, has the type of personality that he does and you're captivated by the things that he does. When you lose that, it's like, wow, tomorrow really is not promised. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was not expecting, you never expecting it. But if there was a name that came all the way out of left field,
right,
it's Bray.
Yeah.
And that was one of those things. Like I was making jokes off air while we was talking, but you know what I'm saying. You said that it was heart related. We all know I've been there. You know what I'm saying. And it's just like it's just hitting me a little different now that we talking about it, because it's just like, yo,
it did.
Like I beat mine. My man's he didn't. Life's not fair, but as I always say, death is even less fair.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, the Reaper comes for everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
just always surprising when they do. Like I said, I got over mine. I was 30. You know what I'm saying? When mine happened, he was 36. Listen, and he ain't been through half the stuff I went through.
Death, taxes, and listen, like Black, you've been around a while in the industry. You have seen a lot come and go.
Yeah, and there was one at an early age that shocked me, or that shook up the wrestling world, and that was Bruiser Brody.
Yeah,
just how I remember sitting there one Saturday, and of course, Memphis Wrestling came on, and one of the wrestlers, I forgot his name, man, but he was like, "Yeah, first and foremost, I want to give my condolences to, Bruiser Brody's family and things of that nature." And at the time, I was like, "What you mean, Bruiser Brody condolences?" At the age I'm at, I'm like, "What he saying? He dead or whatever?" And then, you come to find out, what happened to him, how it happened, how it all went down.
How it happened.
You know what I mean? And
tragedy.
That was one of my first shocking experiences as far as seeing a wrestler die, but not of natural causes. It was pretty much murder. You know what I'm saying? And to kind of, go away from that, in regards to Bray Wyatt, I mean, I remember Bray Wyatt as Husky Harris, NXT.
Original in it,
original NXT.
Original
when they was out there having obstacle courses and doing whatever they needed to do, you know what I mean, to make it in not only that,
Mr.
to
NXT,
make it in WWE, but
as Mr. NXT, those were some dark days looking back on them.
Those are dark days, and then they had their mentors, they were the mentees and they had their mentors, and there were some, but I'm not gonna go into, more into that, but coming from Husky Harris, getting let go originally, coming back as Bray Wyatt, you know what I mean, the Wyatt family, which I thought was probably one of the greatest creative, moves in regards to a person that went from Husky Harris to this whole totally different character. Now let's not, we're not going to sit here and not say that character was not based off a couple of other characters, in regards to Waylon Mercy and if anybody knows, or if anybody's ever watched Cape Fear, Robert De Niro's character, you know what I'm saying, that they all coincided with each other.
Right.
But going from that, having those creative juices, doing things that were, that were just out of this world. And then of course you had, Brody Lee with him, Eric Rowan with him and things of that nature, man. It's like, it's creatively, not only creatively, but just as a wrestler, just like I said, just as a father, a brother, uncle, however you want to put it, man, it's a tremendous loss to the industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we can sit here and definitely, Terry Funk, that was a tremendous loss as well, in regards to, he brought us a lot of memories. He brought us a lot of great matches, crazy matches. You talking about a guy that was in the business for over 40, 50 years, man. And he was
52 years. 52 years.
Not a lot of people don't know, He was an NWA heavyweight champion. You know, him and Dory Funk, you know what I'm saying? They were the Funk brothers, you know what I'm saying? But also
he wasn't supposed to win that belt.
no, he wasn't supposed to win that belt.
Title. Yeah.
But if people like us, you know, if we follow, you know, when you follow wrestling the way we do, man, he was king of the death matches.
Yes, Lord. Blood,
You know
sweat,
what I mean?
tears.
Like there were matches that I saw Terry Funk in. I was like, man, what is he doing out here? But you know what I'm saying? He made it work. I mean,
Terry Funk always wanted the smoke.
The oldest ECW heavyweight champion. You know, I mean,
and if I'm not mistaken, isn't he one of the oldest world heavyweight champions?
Period? Yeah, he is. Probably besides Tim Storm in NWA, but you know, but it ain't about Tim Storm today.
It ain't about Tim Storm today.
No, it's not. But besides that, man, I mean, he did a lot of innovative things. He, you know, at 60-something years old, he did a moonsault. You know, how many 60-year-olds do you see doing moonsaults? Yeah, none. Terry Funk.
I can't do one at 35.
That's it. Yeah.
Listen, I wasn't doing moonsaults in my 20s. So
you know,
I ain't even about to.
When my knees was good.
You know, we lost, you know, two great, you know, wrestlers, two great legends, you know, two great creative minds in this business, man. And you know, it's life, unfortunately. This is what we have to go through. This is what we have to deal with. Yeah. And then sometimes in those cases, man, our selfishness comes into play.
Right.
You know, but at the end of the day, man, this is what it is. This is what we have to deal with. And the best way to deal with it is hey, look at the great memories, the great moments, man, and you know, and just keep their names alive. You know, in the spotlighting, keep it positive, man, and know that hey, we got some great stuff. We got some great stuff from these two.
Yeah, right.
It's true.
And just on that note, man, just as legends in this business, as legends go, we get in the proper send-off. And right now, we're gonna come in with a 10-bell salute. So whatever you want to do, you want to bow your heads, you want to send a one up, you want to do whatever you got to do. Y'all just take this time and we're gonna send this 10-bell salute up for Mr. Bray Wyatt and Mr. Terry Funk.
Well, we're gonna take a drink to Mr. Terry Funk and
I already did.
Win Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, wherever you guys may be. Rest in peace. Ooh. Oh yeah. Listen, Terry Funk would have looked at me like, all right.
Yeah. This one's dedicated to my homie.
Oh wow. Wow.
Listen.
You remember the Gangsta Lean? No?
Yes, yeah, I remember the Gangsta Lean. What was the name? DRS, wasn't it? DR something.
Yeah, DRS.
Yeah. They had your boy TQ in it, didn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know if TQ was in it or not, but yeah.
I don't know who TQ is.
Oh, shout out to my Dodgers Kobe jersey though. Like,
oh yeah.
You know, see the brand on the back. I got the stitch, but I don't break the. I have to break the stitch from that when I go out. You know, I got the purple and gold stitch joint. You know,
switching around that way, didn't.
No. Oh no. Oh no. What? Oh.
I mean,
no.
Your back is amazing. It's the strongest back.
Blackout.
What?
Wait a minute.
Hey man. Hey, check this out. Hey, Mr. Tulin, I got something to tell you. And it goes a little something like this.
I'm ready.
You got to do better.
Oh man, we got the first guys to do better.
I had been his feelings for a second though. You saw
Nah, Black. Listen, I mean, I need your help real quick.
What's up?
What was Kerry Von Erich's finishing move?
With the Texas Tornado, the Iron Claw.
Yeah, Claw.
Yeah.
Or Iron Claw your heart. You keep talking that mess. So. I was gonna hit him with the other one and hit him with the heart punch, but I don't want him to go nowhere. So
you didn't want to Ox Baker, hit him with the Ox Baker.
I didn't want to ox him, hold that forearm up and
right. Yeah, like he gonna hit me with the Indiana Jones.
I'm about to say that too. Temple of Doom.
Like I'm gonna hit you with the 5-point part palm exploding technique. Just we won't make it explode. If y'all are Kill Bill fans, y'all will get that reference.
The last one exploded, man.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I'll hit you with the 5-point, but I won't hit you with the strike and the twist.
You gotta relax. You
the shot is already taking you somewhere, Mr. 211. This already got you on edge.
I was funny. He the one that made it. Wait, no, I'm a point.
Yeah, look at you.
Get the fingers right.
I know, right? Yeah.
Look.
He the one that made it real.
Look, this guy over here.
Yeah, that guy.
That's what I'm saying. I just got this, and he trying to take it from me.
Oh no, don't do it.
But
I got it 5 years ago.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but yeah,
you wasn't gonna say nothing. Look, don't say nothing.
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
So question, because everybody has to have one. What's your favorite Bray Wyatt moment?
The return for me.
Ooh,
I don't know.
That return was lit. That return was lit.
That return had me goosebumps, shaking, screaming, like just Triple H logo. You didn't know, like, all right, we thought it was coming. The logo just look, all right, we're going off TV. Nothing's happening, and then it happens, and the whole arena goes berserk.
His videos are gonna do numbers.
Oh yeah,
this weekend. Like I can. Okay, so I'm gonna go look at the return video on WWE and see where we're at. I'm gonna mark it so I can see, and we're gonna see what happens in less than 24 hours.
Because that was.
Why are you doing that? I'm gonna say mine
right now. Right now, it's at 457,000 views.
Okay,
it was low in itself.
Oh no, never mind. Sorry, no. His actual return at Extreme Rules is already at 3 million views. I expect that to hit 5 by tomorrow.
Oh, for sure.
I expect 2 million views overnight.
Yeah.
That's gonna be wild.
Especially as the news reaches around the world.
Because like we gotta remember when we heard the news, there's a whole another half of the world that was asleep.
Right.
Yeah.
So like
yeah.
Like I was looking at JD from New York, he's going to All In, and he was waiting on his flight or whatever, and he said right when he about to take off, he looked and was like, "What?"
And so he wouldn't have heard it if he had on that flight. So
yeah, you know what I mean. So it's just crazy, man. Like this is really impactful.
Yeah,
it really is.
But my favorite moment was when him and Triple H confronted each other.
Yeah, that was dope.
When Trips was champ.
Yeah, when Trips was champ. Yeah. And it gave the illusion of, man, this, but you could tell from the crowd, this is what we want.
Yeah.
You know
I wish that would happen.
Yeah, but it didn't happen. But that was a moment that I love that moment. I was like, man, you got to pull the trigger on this, but they never did. So, because
they was eating that moment up, boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like Trips.
They had him here. It was here. Had him here.
Look, in the palm. Look, cash money in your hand.
It was here. It was ready.
Hot and ready like a hot pocket.
I got 2, and I'm gonna break the rules. Because it's my rule. I can do that.
Well, you gotta go last, bro. Let TJ go, man. You got 2. He got 1.
Oh yeah, I only got
I was gonna go clockwise, but never mind.
Well, Mr. TJ actually was supposed to go after me, but then you had jumped.
So on my screen that would have been counter. Like that's why the screen set up. Bro, we was about to be all over the place. What you got? 211. I'm sorry, Mr.
I got one. I don't know why this is my favorite, but it's the one I remember the most. I want to say it was WrestleMania 30, just his entrance with the live band, the buzzers in the faces and stuff. I don't remember too much stuff, but that one I'm just like, I remember that because I always loved that theme song. That theme song was good. You know what I'm saying? And so to hear it live, come out with the whatever that thing is called, the lantern.
Yeah,
that was just it. I mean, I don't know if he won that match. It don't matter. I don't even know who he.
No, he lost that. You know, that was
That's John
Cena.
Cena.
Oh,
Cena
okay.
at Mania.
Was that
Cena was avenging those losses that he was
that
racking
the
up.
one with the kids all around the ring, or was that on TV?
Nah, that was the promo, but that was like maybe a week or two before.
Oh,
and they were singing "He's Got the Whole World."
Yeah.
I do hate that. I hate that the Cena tease didn't happen when they were turning, when we thought they were going to turn him. Yeah. When he had the mask on in the ring and took the mask off and was looking angry, I was like, "Wait, are they turning him?" And then of course not.
They said, "Psych."
Yeah. I got two.
I have a feeling I know what one of them is.
I have two because one of them involves one of my top 3 favorite wrestlers ever. My first moment is the Roman Reigns Bray Wyatt tag team match against Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. And Bray Wyatt hits Del Rio with the Sister Abigail, and you get the 1, 2, and then Bray says, "Pow!" And Roman spears Sheamus as Bray lifts his hands up and the 3 count comes out. The timing on it was so impeccable.
Poetry in motion.
It really was. Like, that was a moment. And then after that, the confrontation between the Wyatts and Roman, because this is still tribal. I'm sorry, not tribal chief. This is the guy, Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
As WWE champion. So it was like, okay, we're gonna get that set up. I hate that we didn't get another Shield Wyatt family interaction, because that was some classics. They had a match on Main Event.
That was stellar.
That was fire.
I need to watch Main Event.
Main Event had some hits back in the
Main Event. Nah, bro. Main Event got some hits. Matter of fact,
hits right now too.
Last time they came to Greensboro, when we went, I got Ciampa versus Dijakovic.
Oh, wow.
And they was throwing down. But my favorite all-time Bray Wyatt moment, actually, so it has to do with him, but this is one of those moments that's going to help people understand the magnetism and just how, you don't want to say over, because that word but he was over at this point.
Hope you don't feel mine.
Steel cage match, Daniel Bryan.
I knew it.
Daniel Bryan.
I was going to say that, but I didn't count that as a Bray Wyatt moment.
See, and the only reason I count it as a Bray Wyatt moment is because the build to that moment wasn't even the build to the end of the story. They just they had an entire build just for that moment and then continued the story.
Yeah.
And that was Daniel Bryan just getting beat down by the Authority. And Bray Wyatt told him,
"Come on.
You see what's happening to you. Come with us. Join us."
The worlds.
And it kept happening. And Daniel Bryan finally said, if you can't beat him, join him. And he came out with the cargo on, and I was like, oh. Like, how long is this going to last? Because I knew no, it didn't. It lasted like 3 weeks. Maybe 4. I'm going to say 3.
Yeah, it was a very short run.
It was a very short run, but it did what it needed to do, because it elevated Daniel Bryan again and showed the power of the Yes Movement. Because after that cage match, because remember Harper and Rowan tried to get involved. Yeah. Daniel Bryan was throwing Bray around the cage. Because, initially we were wondering, okay, Daniel Bryan is a Wyatt member. Is he going to attack Bray tonight finally? Right. And Bray kept doing the tease and turning his back, and Daniel Bryan wouldn't do anything. So he went to Sister Abigail him. And Bryan snatched out of the first one, and the crowd could feel it. And I know a lot of veterans and a lot of legends talk about the rumble and like the calm before the storm. And you could sense that that's what was coming, because he put him in another Sister Abigail and he broke out of it. And the crowd just slowly starts to realize what's happening. And the roar is getting okay. And then we got them yes kicks and the corner drop kicks. And he shed the skin like it was like he was molting. He was a snake or something. He just finally shed it and he was born again. Like, it was like a cocoon. And he was born again. And this Daniel Bryan was refocused. And it was wild, because first off, he doesn't even remember that moment.
Nope.
Who?
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan.
He
was concussed.
Mm-hmm.
So if you watch it now that we've said that, go back and watch him when he's on top of the cage and he brushes the hair out of his face. You can see the starry-eyed look, like nobody. The mall was open,
and no one was home, as my baby likes to say. Like
walking around, don't know what zombified.
Look, you know, how the old people be in the mall like 8:30 in the morning before the mall open doing their power walk, and that's what was going on. Nobody was in there though. Stores wasn't open, wasn't nothing on the grill.
Check out.
But then you got the
that crowd. It looked beautiful.
Crowd ate
all you see is this going up.
And that was one of the first times that I stopped, because I still consider myself a very much hardcore fan. So I'll get to these points to where I forget to stop and think and re-engage. And that was one of the first times I can remember in a long time where I stopped and was like, okay, how did we get here? And I went back and re-broke down the story. And it was like it had been teased for so long with him going against the Wyatt family and going against Bray. And it'd been teased for months, but we didn't know that it was going to happen en route to the Yes movement and to Daniel Bryan becoming WWE champion. Like that was one of those springboards that was used to catapult him into superstardom.
Right.
You know, which is wild, because if we go back and look at the Yes movement, which, you know, are a little off topic, it's wild that beating Cena clean at SummerSlam didn't get Daniel Bryan as over as the Yes movement and the WrestleMania victory. And I think it's
like that's because he
a lot of people
lost to what's his face.
Yeah, he immediately lost to Orton, but I don't even think it was the loss that did it. I think it was just more so the story.
Mm-hmm.
That was the beginning of the story. That was the Cody Rhodes, you know, I got to finish the story. Story's not done. Job's not finished now. That was the
how are you going to build him back up to get to where he needs to go?
And if you already got to a point where you beat John Cena, what left can you do to make me even care and to say, okay, this guy is next? And they figured it out.
Right.
But along the way, Bray Wyatt was a big part of that. So those are my two favorite moments. The guy has a lot. He's got a lot.
I would add one more. Just
what you got?
His WWE Championship victory at Elimination Chamber. You know,
that's why I got both of these belts behind me. Former WWE champion, former Universal champion, former three-time WWE Tag Team champion. Mm-hmm. No mid-card titles, which is
it sounds about right.
I understand for where he was at.
Looking at him, he gives me the trying to figure out how to say it. So in essence, the level of his talent, his character give you the Jake the Snake vibes, where you don't have his character is so intricate and so engaging that you don't have to put a belt on him. Like he does better without the belt, because, and that was the one thing I always would help people understand about why certain people never got the world title. A Kurt Hennig, you know, this is just my take on it, but when you put a certain belt on certain talent, it limits who credibly, but also draw-wise, they can be in programs with at big money marquee main event shows. You know, if you put the world title on Kurt Hennig, that's not a problem at all. We know Mr. Perfect can have any type of match, period.
Right.
But if you're on Saturday Night Main Event and Mr. Perfect is about to face Tully Blanchard at the time, that's not a world championship feud in WWF.
Mm-hmm.
That's so why are people going to care about his run? And we see that a lot with guys like Sting, his first two runs, guys like Ron Simmons. People will critique your first or your big run based off of what you did while you were champion, who you faced. That plays a portion into a lot of people's runs. So with Bray, I think not putting the IC or the US title on him kind of let them know, okay, yeah, because Bray could work with anybody. But I don't care about Bray Wyatt versus Colin Delaney at, you know, Fastlane for the US title. Like,
well, I'm glad they kept it also.
Win no United States belt.
Yeah, just from a story perspective,
Bray definitely would have had to have been an IC title, IT champion. I couldn't have seen Bray holding the US, but like his character and against the system and everything, I couldn't have seen him hold the US title.
Shoot, I definitely could see the IC title, definitely not the US, but I think as far as creative storytelling,
He could have done whatever he wanted.
Exactly.
I'll say this. I would have liked to see him with the hardcore title if that's the case. Y'all could have brought the hardcore title back.
Nah.
Hey, listen, as much as the Wyatt family used to get involved in stuff, and that's the thing. I think Bray, that was always the biggest critique for Bray is match quality.
Well, I think from there, it's just like I said, just who you pair up with, what all can you do, who do you pair up with, what kind of wrestler are you pairing him up with, and like I said, he can have good matchups. Like, don't get me wrong, there was some duds in the mix of.
There's more duds.
Yeah,
There's more. Unfortunately, Helen, we can't listen. While we're loving and respecting the career, we got to be honest because that's what Mr. Rotunda would want. That Hell in a Cell against Seth. That counts as 2 or 3 duds all in one because that was a.
Didn't he
get? Did he have another one with? Did he have another one with Orton?
Yeah, WrestleMania.
Oh my gosh!
No,
huh?
The one
I was at.
The Rocky Horror. Look, the Rocky Horror Picture Show match because I'm trying to figure like why. And see that was you could tell that was the WWE's doing. It wasn't like. I guess we didn't want to do that, but they were like, "Oh, well, let's do this, and we'll think it's cool." And then it came off, and it was like,
and this is why, like, I understand when it's Vince's era, Vince is gonna do what they want to, but certain things when you have an intricate mind that has a understanding for telling a certain story and how it's going to play out, Bray is very. He wants you to see the visuals. He wants you to see the image. It's going to play out in the match. It's going to be like a movie. The match is going to be a movie, but it shouldn't be to like where we're doing stuff where we're like, why is Bray doing that?
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense. That's not Bray Wyatt.
I hate that Bray wasn't really here during the cinematic era. Like, I mean, we got some of the Firefly fun, but we didn't get we got the Firefly Funhouse match and he disappeared for a while. And then we got some other stuff. Like, he was gone so much during that run. Like, after Orton set the Fiend on fire, he was gone for months.
Yeah.
But at the same time, at the same time, we didn't know that COVID was severely affecting him.
Right.
He had heart conditions and ailments that unfortunately played into, the reason for why he is no longer with us. So it's just kind of like, I hate that that's what took away time from us and took him away from us as a whole.
And this is why we have to, and this is why we all stress like health and take your time to get back. Like, hey, we miss you. We want you back out there. I know I wanted him back out there to see what he could do next. But in those times and moments, we can't be selfish. We got to allow these guys to take time for themselves. And we put
a lot on the line for us.
Yeah. And I respect Roman. And, a lot of people gave Roman flack for pulling out the match against Goldberg.
Whatever.
Roman said, "I'm not."
I got a wife and kids.
Right.
No.
So this can affect me more because my immune system is already shot from when I was battling, going through chemo. I'm not, like I said, it's not going to fight it off.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing. Because I'm what they call immunocompromised. Mm-hmm. So I don't like going places and doing things, but being a WWE superstar is not my job. I don't have to be in front of 30,000 people.
That's true.
Or anything like that. And like I was saying before, again, off air, what I'm saying? I made it a point not to deal with these people's lives off air, but that doesn't supersede death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's just like Bray Wyatt, like we all been saying, is a huge loss. Terry Funk, huge loss.
Huge.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
And so when we look at some of the passing of these greats, like, we understand going forward, we want to pay it forward. We want to, definitely have a tribute show, or we want to see them, be lived out in the ring. How do we feel like tomorrow's kind of going to play out for like SmackDown?
That's a very good question, brother. I am definitely interested in seeing how they play this out because it's not like he was currently active right now. He was under contract, but it's not like he was on television or in a story or in a lot of what's going on right now. So I could see them doing the tribute. I could see them both getting a 10-bell salute like we just did for them. And then I could see maybe first 30 minutes to an hour of highlights. And then, the tributes and the video, like the videos and Bray will miss you. And then kind of, I don't want to say business as usual for the last hour, but kind of, get some superstars out there, boost a little morale, give the fans something to leave with versus just a whole tribute show. Because that's the thing. Like, when you do these shows, you still have 17, 18, 20,000 people sometimes that spent money to come watch wrestling.
Right.
And I mean, if it's just turning into one big thing where everybody's just sitting there watching the Titantron the whole show.
Or if it's like one of the post shows, like After the Bump, or something something like that, then I understand
that would be great too,
right? Because people still tune into that, and I know that'll still get blasted over social media as far as the WWE accounts. But definitely, like you said, 17, 16,000. You have those matches to where somebody has Bray Wyatt paint or something to show tribute to the art.
Armbands.
Yeah, like how they did for Eddie, the armbands. Yeah.
Either that
go crazy. They're gonna go crazy. They got WWE's in the lab right now.
And I wonder, and my question is I wonder how some of the talents are even going to be able to respond, because we know guys like Big E, like they got along famously. Like
he posted something on pretty much showing his thank you to Bray for taking him in and just being who he was. I know Alexa Bliss posted something.
Listen, I know Alexa Bliss is hurt. I know Randy is hurt.
He posted
LA
something.
Knight. And it's crazy because we once in a every few times in the generation, you get the person who was a legend's last match. Like Mr. Kennedy, unfortunately, has the distinction of wrestling Umaga and and Eddie Guerrero both in their last matches. Like that's crazy. Like that's a weight to hold. Like, so now with LA, you were Bray's last opponent. You kind of have a mantle to carry on now. Like we're not putting Bray Wyatt on you, but you were his last opponent. Now there's a different level of respect that you're going to earn now from the fans. Because it's like, did we enjoy the Mountain Dew Pitch Black thing? No. But if we go back and we want to watch Bray's last moments, you share for kind of a.
And then the lead to it was phenomenal. Now, if it was just trash the whole way through, we understand that. And I don't think Bray and them had total control over that, because the main focus was mainly the sponsorship.
The monetization of it.
But those things,
it's with, like we talked about on air, big business. They are there. That's just unfortunately what it is.
But hey, respect to that though. Respect to that. Definitely hope that the ladies and gentlemen can get through it tomorrow, next week. If they don't do it tomorrow, I can see them doing it on Raw and doing it that whole week through Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. If they don't do it tomorrow, but we know they'll have a little something tomorrow for the fans. And like I said, grab your Bray Wyatt merch now. Get all your stuff if you haven't already, because we already know.
Listen, understand something. It's about to
sell out.
Sell out. Ron.
I think in regards to the tributes or whatnot, when I look at AEW and I look at how they did a tribute for Brody, it kind of lined up for them because one, he was part of a crew.
Right.
So you were able to get that crew and able to put them in matches to pay tribute to him. And on top of that, it wasn't really, I don't think that all the fans were able to come in just yet.
Right.
When that happened. So, they was able to kind of maneuver in a way where, hey, we can have a whole tribute show just about Brody, and we can put Dark Order in a position of, hey, we kind of knew they wasn't taking no L's that night.
No,
they wasn't. They was going to go ahead and they was going to win every match there was, but just the emotions of the matches, man, the emotions, that even when, when I was off air, when I was telling, Trey and them, I was like, man, when John Silver had on his gear and he did his moves, and just at the end of that match, when, when Eric Rowan or Eric Redbeard now was in the ring and they was just crying, man. What's my girl name? That was part of the Dark Order that went to JAS.
Anna Kay.
Anna J. You know what I mean? Just the emotion from her, and I think I was more emotional with hers because just the story that she gave on why, he named her number 99.
Right.
The reason behind that, like he always had her back. He always, show her, you know, hey, this is the way of the business. This is how it's done, you know, and things of that nature, man. Like, and I hope, you know, with Bray's passing that, I mean, they may not do such a tribute like that, but man, give him his flowers, man. Like, if you ain't did it for anybody else, make sure you do it for him. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? And give him his flowers, because he was definitely, like I said earlier, you know, he was an important part, you know, in our lives, and of course in, you know, the wrestling community as well. So I just hope, you know, they do it right. I hope it just ain't one of those, hey, put up a tribute picture and hey, we'll show some highlights, and man, we may have some interviews. Like, you know, let's go, you know, do something that reminds us of, you know, who
wrestling,
he is.
So wrestling, I'm sorry, I had it pulled up. You know, I try my best to stay away from spoilers and teasers.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, my entire timeline, and I follow a vast, like a multitude of people, but my timeline is Bray.
Yeah, it's ridiculous right now. Yeah, because it's all on mine.
And the Donald Trump mugshot.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. But
you haven't seen that? Oh, yeah.
We were talking about it off air. Don't you know one of the dudes that got the mugshots, his name is Scott Hall?
Come on, dog.
Literally, Scott Hall, bro. I said no.
Come on, dog. So apparently Ringside News has announced that currently plans are on hold for SmackDown. They are mostly focused in, because they're cutting all meetings tomorrow, everything. They are focused on JoJo right now because she's still an employee there. And this is a lot for her to be dealing with.
Because she had just lost her sister, like what? 2 years, 2-3 years ago.
So with that, she lost his sister. Bray just lost his actual brother. Then he lost Brody. Like, he's lost a lot, you know. And I told people, you know, from a perspective, Bray's been dealing with a lot mentally, just on his mantle, especially dealing with all his stuff that he's got going on now with his health and stuff. And, you know, tragically, all that stuff happened. And hate to see it go, but, you know, definitely praying for JoJo and his kids, because, you know, his sister, what is Lord Jesus, what's his name? Bo. I'm sorry,
Bo.
Yeah, bro.
Uncle Howdy.
Oh.
And then we was talking about that, like, where does Bo go? Like, me and Black were talking about it.
I'm gonna be honest, I think Bo's probably gonna be done. I cannot.
You couldn't. So if this was like your brother and it's like you had to kind of,
because we came in the industry together, because you know what I mean, like, and it was always terrible that they did not let him align with the Wyatt family, because it would have just made it even more, you know, dynamic. But I think with as much as he's already lost to, and now, you know, now Bray, I could see him not doing anything. Now, if this is something that, you know, if this industry is something that he's that passionate about, I have no ill, you know, hey, if he can come back and become a superstar, more power to you too, my boy. But I can, like, I feel like that'll take a lot for him to do.
I think for me, his comeback, for me, I don't think I would really rock with it. And the reason being is because ever since he left Florida Championship Wrestling / NXT, they never really gave him
what he should have.
And I don't want it to be a pity party.
You don't want it to be the Ray and Eddie championship push.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't want that for him. Like, if you couldn't rock with him then, but don't do it now, because that's how, and that's how I feel about the Briscoes.
I was just about to ask you that. Do you feel like that's kind of how it is going on?
That's
now?
How I feel about the Briscoes. If Jay was still here, Briscoes would not be on TV.
Right. AEW would have not pulled that trigger. Yeah.
And Mark definitely wouldn't. They definitely wouldn't be wrestling singles matches at pay-per-view.
Ring of Honor.
You know, for Ring of Honor. Like, that just wouldn't be happening.
So, you know, that part right there, I don't care for. Like, if it was to a point, you know, Mark Briscoe, I mean, for me personally, I love Mark Briscoe, but I was always a Jay fan.
Right.
Jay was Jay brought that. He brought that thing for the Briscoes.
Right.
That aura for the Briscoes, man. It's like he was really the true mouthpiece for the Briscoes, you know. So, but you know, that's for another conversation. But
absolutely.
Oh, also,
but go ahead.
Yeah, even on that, just you see how the wrestling community comes together. Even though whoever has ill will, or whoever doesn't like Bray, or
You
whoever
tribalistic fans
Go
that
ahead, bro.
only
Let 'em
want to
know.
run. Not even. I'm gonna let you rock. I just want
Oh
the
no, go ahead. I
tribalists,
want you to say it. Let them know.
because you already know.
Let them know.
Y'all fickle fans.
What?
Fickle.
The fickle fans. I don't watch WWE. I only watch AEW. I don't like AEW. I only watch WWE. It's real program. You tribal fans. If AEW, with as many shots as they take, with all the stuff that goes on an everyday basis, can come and do a tribute for Bray, who never appeared in their company, who never, like, come on.
Respect.
At some point, we as a community have to stop this.
Yeah,
because we're so much stronger together in numbers. We're
gotta do
so
what?
much stronger together.
You got to do what?
Like, what they got to do, Black?
man, we have to do better.
We have to do better.
We have
And
to.
that's
Like,
all of us.
literally.
We
We
All
have
of
to
us.
do better, man.
Like, if this isn't another one of those wake up calls, I don't know what will be. Because the man, like I said, the man was 36 years old. So even for you older fans, that means you've enjoyed wrestling
For a while.
since if he's 36, that means you were enjoying wrestling during the Mega Powers exploding, and he was as long as you've been enjoying wrestling, and now he's gone. Like there's
Just do better.
whatever, just
do better.
the fickleness has to cut out, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, dog. Like, we have a collective almost 200,000 tickets sold to just 2 wrestling events. 2. We are so much stronger as a fan base together.
More money, more
wrestling
eyes.
is flourishing right now. We got 2 main WWE programs a week plus the developmental show, 2 main AEW programs a week. We got Impact, we got MLW. We got,
Women,
you can find NWA. Women's of Wrestling is on television. Shimmer episodes are online. New Japan Strong episodes weekly. All the independent pay-per-views that are being popped up on Fight TV. Like, there's so much.
Like, it's the new wave of territories.
It really is.
It's the new wave of territories.
If you want to watch progress, you can.
The difference is that we all we can all watch either one of them, however, whenever. There's so many outlets for all these independent promotions, not only the main promotions, but just wrestling in general.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason not to be able to see New Japan. There's no reason not to see GCW. There's no reason to see, of course, AEW, WWE, MLW. What's the other one? Warriors of Wrestling. I think that's what it's called.
Warrior Wrestling. Yep.
Yeah, Warrior Wrestling.
Shout out to Brian Cage, former Warrior Wrestling champion. House of Glory. You got, Booker T has his promotion starts. AML. There's so much wrestling out here, and when you go to these shows, it ain't about what you like and who I prefer. We coming together to support an industry that's given us so much more than we can give it back.
Man, let me put it in really true perspective.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna take it.
Just put on it, Mr. Historian.
I'm gonna take it somewhere that I know we ain't never really went to, but I'm gonna take it there.
Take us to church.
It reminds me of Republicans and Democrats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I look at Republicans as, let's say, AEW, or back in the day, let's say Republicans were WCW, Democrats were, or either way, WWE, vice versa. But the independent was ECW. But the thing was, we so busy over here and so busy over there, we're not paying attention to what's right here in the middle.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's how I look at it now with the wrestling. It's like, we're just so focused on WWE and we're so focused on AEW that we're not even giving nobody else a chance.
NWA.
I mean,
I mean, no disrespect. I say Tyrus got to lose that strap.
for me to
Yeah.
like care. I'm sorry. He's got to lose that strap for me to care. But that's neither here nor there.
There's others that are in that organization. We can't just fault everyone else because this dude is the champ. You know what I mean? We got to rock with everybody else, but at the same time, I mean, I agree with you though. Yeah, he do need to lose that strap though.
But I understand.
Yeah,
but I understand because he can take the belt on CNBC.
That's
publicity. So I understand.
He should be giving.
He has a whole other avenue, a whole other outlet.
You on the wrong channel. He take that on Fox News.
But I mean, I know we joke with each other. We do what we do on our group page and all that good stuff. Real fans, chop shop.
Hashtag real fans. Wrestling's real fan chop shop. Follow us on Facebook.
But at the same time, man, we all need to like come together. Yeah, we're gonna all critique each organization. We're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, don't make it just seem like you just straight hating. Like, no, don't do that, man. Like, just these people are out here entertaining us. You know what I'm saying? And they're making us. If you didn't love wrestling before, they're making us love it now,
bro. Because you couldn't.
And I want to say something real quick to the travelers. I personally think it comes from a place of caring about these people outside your TV screen, because I know people who hate WWE with a passion, not because of what they see on TV, but because of what these people do in quote real life. And I'm just like, you don't know these people. You can call them a bad person if you want to, but it's just like, that's different. Like, you're investing a little too much. You know what I'm saying? A little too much.
Just the eeny weeny bit.
Right. And you know what I'm saying? But they eat up AEW and the other promotions and things like that. And it's just like, these people are probably the same. You just don't know.
Don't know. These people are the same. These people are the same as the same people you love and hug on in your family.
But you just don't know because you don't know.
Well, I would say too, it comes with the errors too. Like, everybody is so stuck in the way of like, and what I see the most is a lot of people say, oh, AEW is what WWF was with the edginess. They got more of this, more of that. But you have to understand the market. You have to understand where we are right now, what the company is doing. AEW is a 4-year company right now?
3.
Three, 4. WWE has been going on for decades.
60 years.
Decades. And we're comparing right now what they're doing. Great. I'm glad they got All In to where it's at. I'm glad WWE sold and made the highest gate for WrestleMania and beat last year's number. Great. So it's great for business. It's great for people because guess what? That means wrestlers are making more money than they used to. That means the market is open for these younger talents to come in, because these guys that are at the top right now, like how we did back in the day when we didn't want to see some of the greats go, they're going to eventually go. We're going to have new people come in. The business is still going to flourish. Business is going to have its ups and downs. Like I said, we couldn't say none of this back in 2019 to where it was going to be highest grossing WrestleMania, highest grossing All Out or All In, whatever. Like I said, the market for wrestling has improved tremendously, and we have to be present in the time now, because merch sales, whether that's ticket sales, gates, whatever, like I said, statistics, analytics, everything is showing that wrestling is on a high. Wrestling is getting back to where it used to be back in the 80s and the 90s. And we can sit there and say that now because a lot of superstars, a lot of famous individuals are coming back to it like, oh man, I haven't watched wrestling since then. I haven't watched wrestling since this. Like, important people. But so
shout out to our tribal chief.
Yeah, shout out to Roman Reigns for bringing the one. And all the haters, let me let the haters know. Y'all can sit here and hate and say Roman's not a draw. Roman is the draw. Y'all can sit here and say, oh, it's succotash. Like, nobody cares about that anymore. We're past that. If you're still on that
old stuff,
stay in the past, dog. Like, we are in the present and the future. Y'all say, oh, the peak of the bloodline was with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn elevated it, and guess what? They took it, they ran with it, and they elevated it even more.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have to appreciate these moments. Let's not hate on it so much. Yeah, we can critique it. Yeah, we can say what we believe, but enjoy it. Don't ruin it for everybody else with that negative Nancy mentality, thinking that, oh, well, I'm just going to bring this down. I'm going to make it suck for everybody else because I don't like it. If you don't like it, sit in your corner, shut your mouth, and just watch the TV. Just keep thinking what you're thinking. But us 4 wrestling fans, 5 with Dr. Shaw, we're going to enjoy it. We're going to come to you every single week. We're going to bring you the great news. We're going to bring you the great recaps. We're going to bring you what we think, but we're also going to bring you the thoughts and the enjoyment of wrestling, period.
Exactly. And on top of that, let's not forget, and this ain't tribalism or nothing like that, but when there was a situation where WWE, we were kind of getting to the point like, man, what are y'all doing? That's what kind of made me leave in a way, because it was like, it's like you trying to insult my intelligence some type of way. And even though I tried to stick it out or whatnot, it was like, man, y'all just doing whatever you want to do, and you're not really even listening to us, the fans. You know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, even though, AEW still got their quirks and they still this, that, and the third, but just the excitement of something new
created that distance,
brought us back into, like, hey, brought the love back into the sport. Like, hey, there's something new coming out here. Man, I know we got our WWE. I know they're not going nowhere, but I want to see what this is about. You know what I mean? So that's just where I'm at with that. But hey, man, I love this sport. I'm never going to leave this sport. People be looking at me like, man, why you be looking at that fake stuff? Yeah, whatever. You be looking at soap operas. So what?
You watch Walking Dead,
reality TV.
You watch Love and Hip Hop. What's the difference between what I like?
Yeah.
Let me love what I love, okay?
I love what I love. You know what I mean?
Okay, y'all say that, but whenever I bring up Will Smith, all your faces scrunch up. See?
Hey, guess what? He got us. He got us. He got us.
You got me. I ain't gonna lie. Because sometimes you be like, yeah.
We got to do better.
We got to do better. Goddamn.
I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to Will Smith.
Shout out to Will Smith, bro. Because that man said his name just now. My face show said.
Exactly.
Hey, Westfield.
I'm not going to besmirch the good name of Willard Carroll Smith Jr.
Oh Jesus! He said, what's that middle name?
Carol. Yeah.
Like Carol Baskins killed her husband, whacked him. Carol.
Okay, sure. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I support you, bro. Because
you got the book. Hey, let me borrow that. You
bro, you can have it, bro. You can have it.
All right, send that to me.
All right,
wait, you don't have it, TJ?
No, I don't.
You're not a hashtag real fan.
Man, I'm broke.
I'm just playing.
What is it?
Oh, with all that,
I said you're not a hashtag real fan. I'm just playing. If y'all know us, y'all know why that was funny just now.
Hashtag real fan.
Hashtag real fan.
So with all that being said, hey, we just want to say once again, condolences to the Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt family.
Absolutely.
We're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss, everything that you brought to the wrestling business. But with that being said, we've had some developments that occurred this past Wednesday, or really just this past week.
What development?
Don't think we're not gonna talk about Heat Wave, because Heat Wave did some stuff.
Oh,
we're gonna talk about Raw. But we got to jump straight into Dynamite, because y'all not gonna sit here and tell me that Tony Khan did not watch our episode.
Yeah, he's not gonna sit there and say that,
because he improved that card.
what we talked about, if you watched our prediction show, you will know that we did a fantasy booking in regards to what should have been on the card, and I must say, Tony Khan his ears must have been burning or something, because he added, not only did he add the House of Black to the card,
every time he went to, all you heard was,
but he also made changes to the Darby Allin Sting versus AR Fox versus Swerve match, which now we have, I must truly say, the most petty, most vicious,
guy is a menace.
Most menace individual on the mic, Christian. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you are a wrestler out there, listen to me. If you are an independent wrestler out there and you want to come to AEW, please, whatever you say, or whatever they ask you, are your parents living? And you say, no, my dad passed away. He's coming for you.
He's coming for you,
hey,
dog.
Hard. Then he's gonna holler at your mother. Just let
he's
you
coming for you.
If your mother,
he's coming with everything. Like it's to the point where
he figures a way to work it. He figures a way to work it into every promo he can do on you,
bro. Because I didn't even see it coming. I said, bro, no, he didn't.
He's gonna make you his daddy. He's gonna be your dad after it's over.
Oh
with.
my
The living
gosh, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nick Wayne for first
taking
of all,
that.
Shout out to Nick Wayne, first of all, for getting on this all-in card, like I said he should have. Throwing that out there.
Young man.
You're welcome, Tony. You're welcome.
Going to get an amazing payout.
Match of the week last night: AR Fox and Swerve versus Nick Wayne and Darby. Like,
yeah, I agree.
I was blown away. I don't have anything. I don't think I have anything bad to say about the match. It was. I don't like the Swerve. So I said it. But I was hoping I was going to be
last
wrong.
night.
Yeah. I said it last night.
Well,
And
actually, Nick Wayne is not on the card.
I thought it was an 8-man. I thought they boosted it up to an 8-man.
They haven't changed it yet because
a
when
tag
they did
match.
it, the card just 2-on-2 right now.
No, they need to make that. No, they need to go ahead and make that an 8-man. I care about that 8-man match now.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, Tony has it. Tony might need to listen again tonight.
You might need to listen again tonight. Tony, go ahead and put Nick Wayne, AR Fox,
Make it
Sting,
happen.
and Darby Allin versus Christian, Luchasaurus, Swerve, and Brian Cage. Just go ahead and do it.
So
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Real quick. Going back to Christian and the dead parent. My mom passed away. Christian wouldn't make it out the building.
Out the build, dog, and it wasn't just one joke. My man was like, hit him with the, I've been a professional wrestler for such and such years. I never heard of your dad, so he must not have been very good. Like,
bro, I would have had to ricochet out the ring.
But that wasn't it though. That wasn't the one though. But that wasn't the one. The one was, talking about this Sunday. You'd be glad you're not on the card because I would hate for you to have to see that coffin close on your favorite again. And I was like,
I'm saying
Christian.
Because what? Nick Wayne is what, 18? 19?
17.
Oh, he's 17. See,
no, he's 18. He's 18.
He's 18 years old.
Age. And I was on my original heart too.
He's mature.
So
he's mature to be 18.
I don't want to hear nothing about. I don't want to hear nothing about good promo. I don't want to hear nothing about real heat. When I come back through Gorilla,
it's on and popping.
it's on and popping.
Popping
on
your candy
and everything, but still,
it is on in Poppington. Like I probably and listen, if y'all got to void my contract, so be it. It's other promotions, but he got to listen here. If Christian dropping a promo on me, understand something. I want the smoke.
I want the smoke. I want his knees. I want his ankles. I want his neck.
Bro, wait, don't mention ankles. Don't mention ankles.
Pause. Wait a minute.
Don't mention ankles. Wait, you want his neck? Pause. Chicken. Chicken.
With that being said, we had some more development.
I deserve that one.
Dynamite as a whole was definitely, it was up and down. The first match starting and not actually starting. I hated. That was stupid. I did love how strong the Guns looked, though.
Yeah.
The Guns looked like a very credible tag team after that performance.
Yes. What about the promo between Young Bucks and FTR? How do you feel about the promo?
Hold on, before we get there. Juice Robinson. I understand his role, but he seems off, like out of sorts in Bullet Club. Like to me, I can only speak for me.
I get
the way he portrays his character. Like I know he's supposed to be like the loose cannon, I guess, of the group. Yeah. Like the Brian Pillman,
right
so to speak.
Not doing that right.
But it to me, it's just not coming off right. To me. Like
trying too hard to
even last night, like being with them and the way they had their interest set up and they was cocky standing with it. Like
that's
okay.
him.
Yeah,
I mean, okay, but like no, because that's exactly how he looked. Like the Guns was,
do you feel like he's doing too much? Like it throws off. I feel
like he's doing too much. It's throwing off the energy and the vibe that I feel like Jay White would give standing behind him in there, and we getting because I honestly at this point. I don't feel like his character is gonna fit when they bring the Mini Men music back, and it's a whole for Bullet Club Gold intro. Just because the way I don't know.
Like OG, it needs to be like OG. I need the OG 5. Like nothing bothers me. I'm like calm.
So this thing, this has always been him. This has always been how he acted. CJ Parker was Matt Riddle before Matt Riddle.
He was a hippie.
He was Matt Riddle before Matt Riddle. when he went to New Japan and him and Finley teamed up, like I don't know, Finley's son. I'm sorry. No, yeah, his son. He wasn't as over the top as he's being right now. To me, it's just like I said, it's just with this Bullet Club Gold. I feel like it could really be something. Like, especially with us having the conversation we had off camera about Jay White and his position in the company coming. The Guns looking like an established tag team and a threat. Yeah. He just, to me, seems like the off piece almost.
So you just wanted to, so you think they'll go in the realm of a 3-man team? You got an up and coming, no more Jobbers Guns, but more of like,
thank the Lord, no more Jobbers Guns.
And they former tag team champions.
Yeah, no more Jobber Guns.
But they're definitely coming to their own now.
Yeah. You think that they just need to get away from their pops, kind of like how Dom needed to get?
I don't think Rey Mysterio was holding Dom back, though. Now, that's just me. Because, they became the first father and son tag team champions, whatever. Like, Billy Gunn could have won the the trios belts with his boys. That'd have been a nice moment. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like that happening in AEW because they're only 4 years old.
But how long would that sustain?
What was that?
How long would that sustain?
It doesn't matter how long it had to sustain. They could have been champions for a month.
So, but as far as them being on TV, like I said, is Billy going to work the matches to keep his sons relevant?
Yeah, he can. He did it with the Acclaim. He was working matches with them all the time. And what you think they're going to do when they win the belts at All In? Because they're going to. They're going to.
Thing is this. The Guns wasn't ready yet.
Okay.
I don't think they were ready for all that with their father. And also I feel like, Billy Gunn was more of, hey, y'all do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do my thing. And this is how we're going to do it. You know what I mean? And I think that's just how it worked out.
Right.
Allowing for them to
I'm okay with that.
allow them to flourish by themselves where, I go over here.
Respect,
you know what I mean? And I get with the Acclaim and I'm doing this.
Because I didn't see that with the Acclaim coming at all.
I didn't.
Scissor me, daddy.
The sit pause. It got over.
Very much.
Really, too. Like, it got over. Since I'm back to a point that I heard. I'm not gonna say that Ray was holding Dom back, but Dom's persona and character development would have never flourished while he was on screen with Ray, because we were always gonna equate him to Ray as long as he was next to Ray. His theme song way better. His theme song kind of was similar. The attire was similar.
The run out to giving the fans, hey you.
Hey you. Oh yeah.
So I'm not gonna say he was holding him back, but I will say it's turned out much better for him that they did split. Billy Gunn splitting from the Guns was a good thing, but I think it was a good thing he was with them to begin with, though, because it helped them.
Guidance.
It helped both of them, actually. I think both benefited from it. Billy Gunn wouldn't have been featured like that, and the Guns were still young and weren't really.
They were green. They were very. They were green,
and like I remember when we met him at at Starcast,
they were out there, dog.
They were dope though, but I didn't think they were these guys though. Like watching them beat down the Elite last night, I was like,
you can tell. Like Billy was like, them my sons.
It was. The promo after, and him saying that a badass is coming. We're getting the return of badass Billy Gunn. I love it. I love the impassioned promo. That was one of those veteran promos where it was like, don't give me no script. I know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, right.
He went out there and he delivered it.
Right.
That was probably his cleanest promo. That was one of the cleaner promos of his career. Because that was always the knock against Billy in WWE was that mic work just wasn't hitting.
Yeah.
But a believable promo like that?
Yeah.
Wow. Let me tell you, I was going back and forth with my boy Nate, who's the biggest AEW fan I know. Well, aside from you, Black.
I'm about to say what?
But like I texted him while that mess was going on, and I was like, if Billy Gunn come out here, they winning them belts on Sunday. As soon as I hit send, I kid you not. As soon as I hit send, whip. I was like, oh my! I called it.
Oh,
he was like,
gold.
And I was like, bruh, like you the one who normally called me on stuff. Caught myself. And I was like, Billy Gunn just came out here. Give Billy Gunn a belt. Because then, you know who will have belts? Billy Gunn and Jeff Jarrett. Even though it's a
bro, I don't even want to.
So about that. So about the FTR and the Young Bucks promo, that was.
I'm the lighter side of wrestling. Okay, we get to laugh at some stuff.
You are. Jeff Jarrett wins a belt. I'm gonna be mad.
Hey, look, I'm turning. I'm turning the TV.
That's your company who doing this. That's your company who doing this.
Black gonna have to go to
All Elite Wrestling.
He's gonna have to go to that man's office. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Hey, I'm still on that Jeff. You know how I'm on that. You know how bad it is with Jeff, man. It's like if Ric Flair came back after that last match. He's on your head.
If you come back, bro, me and Rick gonna have to fight.
That was disrespectful.
Ric Flair comes back after us staying there for that match.
I need my money.
Tired as we was leaving after that.
We need my money,
bro.
Bro, that drive back was horrible. Horrible.
Like, I don't know what we was thinking. That we should have just stayed with one.
Bro. Yeah. I went and got me some White Castles.
Hey, listen.
Took it to the room.
Listen.
Bro, that drive back.
White Castle sound good.
Oh, I know. Terrible. No, it was.
Jeff Jarrett bet not do that no more.
Jeff Jarrett bet not. Ric Flair,
not.
You definitely bet not.
You gonna catch these hands
with Jeff Jarrett at Wrestle King? That was me. I was the only one.
Yeah, you were the only one.
I was supposed to, but I think we got caught up in going around.
I didn't care about meeting
Jeff Jarrett. No, if he's there this year, I'm gonna take a picture with him.
Oh, you want his head? You want his head?
No, so you got to junk to him like you junk to Ricky Starks when he lost the SCW belt.
I didn't junk to him.
Bro, yes, you did. I got the whole video. You said, "Oh, I got the belt." Bro, you said I got the belt that you lost. You were supposed to hold it. We supposed to take the picture together. You remember that? I got the video. I got receipt.
I did. Ooh, I did. I forgot.
Yep.
I did. I said, but you know what? I said, but you know what? I'll do you a favor. You can hold mine.
He's like extra. Read all about it, bro. You wild.
Yeah, I was on one. I think he wanted to fight me. I don't know.
He probably did. But about the promo,
I like the little jabs in there.
I liked it, but it didn't do anything to hype me up for the match anymore.
No, it didn't.
No, it's at the level where it needs to be. Now
I felt at that point to where nothing is gonna take it over the top for me.
I felt it was funny when he was like, we know I'm doing this for my family, and like, bro, I cracked.
Yeah, because
it's the same promo all the time.
He's like, this is for my
family, my little girl, blah 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 blah.
Like Roman said, it's like missionary. Every single night,
over and over.
And that's what people like FTR. They're that old school tag team, but they're trying to do it in the new school where it's just like you're trying too hard to be cool.
I was waiting on the gun. I was waiting on the like, oh, what? You gonna pull out the gun on me?
No, I was waiting on it. Like, where was the Ruger references? Like,
bro.
That's what I'm saying. I was waiting for. I ain't finna run into you in the traffic.
But let's face
it.
Let's face it. The Young Bucks have never really been known for promos.
No,
they never have. They base their talent on what they do in the ring, the BTE episodes. But promo wise, they've never been them dudes.
I've never seen a BTE episode, and I don't trust it. Because that's
their opportunity.
I don't trust it. Like it's got a white van and offering you candy.
I don't trust it at all. Because I'll tell you why. Because just like you said, they not much for promos. So how you gonna convince me that they're gonna be funny on a that mess is produced. That mess it is not funny.
They're not the only ones. When they do these BTE episodes, they're not focused on them. I'll put it to you like this:
Kenny,
if it wasn't for the BTE episodes,
they wouldn't be as big as
we wouldn't have known.
All out wouldn't have sold what it sold.
And also, they created the storylines for Double or Nothing, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all that
They didn't have
because
they didn't have a TV deal yet. Like they
Because
didn't
you
have
had to pay
Jordan.
attention, like when Cody would be in his office and he had the whiteboard behind him, pause it. You had to look at that whiteboard because it was giving you some shit.
It was giving you some gems.
Some stuff.
Some
stuff
golden
like
nuggets or
Mario mushrooms.
It was giving us some stuff.
Some what are they called? Easter eggs. There you go.
Easter eggs, yeah. They were.
It was cool. I don't care more about the match than I did, but I'm interested in watching it. Listen,
So y'all still thinking about they dropping or they retaining?
I'm still saying they dropping.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still saying they dropping.
That's the punishment.
John Moxley didn't bleed last night.
He did not. He saved his blood for later. He's saving his blood for Sunday.
Oh yeah, Sunday's gonna be.
He's getting thrown off to somebody's balcony, hitting his head.
Sunday's gonna be a 10 on a Muda scale. Like it's gonna be
his old head coming off Sunday.
Yeah, so is that gonna be matching tonight?
Hey,
no, heck no, no,
probably not.
Peel his muffin cap back blue.
He about to peel his muffin cap back blue.
It's got to be a spot where somebody gets thrown off the top of Wembley.
Something similar.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
Or at least off of a double decker bus or something. Somebody got to get hit with a double decker bus. I got to see a pint. I got to see something.
They got to be. They got to be strapped.
Don't listen. Throw him in a phone booth. Throw him in a phone booth and knock it over. Something, but it's got to be something.
They got to crash land, and he's out for months or something like
that. But that leads us to shocking developments that took place this past Wednesday.
Was it shocking?
It wasn't really shocking, but yeah, we knew.
Because unfortunately, because of this generation, we everybody needs to know stuff. We found out before Dynamite that Ray Phoenix is having visa issues, so he couldn't perform at All In. So they had to figure out a way to write him off. Bro, Tony, but this is where the fandom comes in because Tony and them know we seen that. They know.
They know.
That was one of the I remember back on episode 1, I said some predictability is good. This ain't one of those times. Like we already knew he had to miss the show. So you write him off, and then you write him off knowing his injury history. Like that wouldn't even there's no point in even making this a story because this man's missed so much time, but just take him off the card.
Look, you just looking at like, won't you look at this?
I was like, look
at this. Look at this.
Come look at the cat drinking the milk out the bowl, son.
Got the goddamn bowl.
And now let me ask this. Let me ask this. We get into the Ray Phoenix thing.
No, you can't ask it.
But we did get Santana and Ortiz, and I will say this.
Looking
if
like
you notice,
I got just started talking.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I did.
Flew right in there. Just, yeah.
We off the rails, man. We off the
rails. I gotta bring y'all back in.
That was one of those back to what I was saying moments.
But if y'all noticed, I don't think they're still cool.
No, did you notice they didn't look at each other not one time?
They still distant in there.
They still not.
Their chemistry just
which is hilarious though, because it extrapolates the point. They know what's best for business. Why can't the Elite and CM Punk and just saying?
Can you give the definition of extrapolate? What is extrapolate?
We're not the smart guys for nothing.
I just want to know why Santana and Ortiz, who not even featured talent,
I thought they wasn't
put their differences aside. They were close, and then
right, but like recently, I thought they wasn't cool.
They're not.
No, they weren't.
That's why they left. That's why they've been on TV in like a year.
No, so they reconciled and they decided to work things out. Really? But I think it's still that time in that period where they got to work through some things and get back on that level that they were before. And it's not going to be done overnight. Like, we cool again for TV, but we still got to work behind the scenes on whatever.
Wait a minute, nigga, did you?
Jesus. Hey, excuse us, sorry.
Because I caught it, but
blackout.
Did you ask me to explain what extrapolate means?
Hold on.
Yeah, bro.
Bro.
You got whole spelling bee words out here.
Dog. When they raised the score of the SAT, the perfect score was 2,100. I got an 1890. I'm just saying, I'm Mr. SAT out here. My STEM word knowledge.
No. But you messed up right now. And
it ain't nothing but a synonym of extend. That's all.
He got something to say to you. Go ahead.
You got to do better, bro.
I do.
That's the first time I got to do it.
Hey,
but
I ain't gonna lie though.
wait. But my question is this though. That was the first one of those bombs that's dropped though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it makes sense. It started with me, so it makes sense. Like it makes sense.
But no, you snuck that joint in like Roman did a couple.
No, I did. I did though.
Yeah, what you mean?
Like,
Because I was like, because I thought I heard him say it, and I was like, yeah, wait a minute,
what you mean?
I'm about to run past that like you didn't just say that.
That's not what we're gonna
he
do.
said
As much as y'all yell at me,
No, see, no, I will take. No, I will take it on the chin. Pause.
Please don't.
Pause. Why is that an expression?
Wait a minute.
Because
there's a lot of pauses in these episodes, dog. Like this is ridiculous.
Not boxing.
Pause.
Change my name to Mr. Pause because why is that even an expression?
I don't know.
And for anybody, not for anybody, because I know y'all, not even for anybody, for y'all watching and are gonna watch, we have our real names up tonight because that's what Bray Wyatt symbolizes. Like, you know, that promo, that beautifully impassioned promo when he came back, that was a Wyndham Rotunda promo. That was not for Bray Wyatt. So we decided tonight, in honor of him and his sacrifice to the business, we would, you know, come out not in character, not with the none of that tonight. We wanted to come out as
making fun of you.
Not our stage names, but
not our stage names, but with our real personalities.
Because Blackout Jones is not his real name.
Really though?
Blackout is his real name. It's on his birth.
Black.
Wow.
Black. Wait, Black. I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Don't ask him what his real name.
What is this guy? What you got to say to this guy?
Who, this guy here?
Yeah.
No, you did the wrong side. Is
What?
Hey, me and you.
Moment of silence.
Yeah.
No. You got to do better.
No.
You got to do better.
No.
You guys.
I guess I'll do better.
Yo, I am weak. That's a segment right there. I love that. I mean, like, because why did you even feel the need? Like,
And Blackout is my real name.
Is it? It's on your birth certificate. I said that.
Oh, don't worry. Hey, guess what? I blacked it out.
He said Blackout is not only a power.
That man said he blacked it out.
oh man, y'all, some cards, bro. I ain't fooling with y'all. Look, Sherrod, look, bro, look. I'm the tears, the real tears.
What's with y'all in the red solo?
Hey, bro, you almost made me spit on my computer, dog.
I almost did too on my computer. I almost spit on it.
There you go.
Shout out to my girl Mariah at work. She bought me this.
Well, that's all right.
For my birthday.
Me and Mariah, we go back like baby past 5 years.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell her about this at work tomorrow.
Shout out to 50 years of hip hop.
Man, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to 50 years of TJ. Stop putting that big old turd up in the
air
like that, bro.
Hey, I like
all
it.
right, you
I
cup all over. You cup all over.
That is terrible.
Wait, no, Ron, who your team is?
He don't have
Broncos.
Who?
The Broncos.
Oh, okay.
Take yourself out. Yeah. He said the Broncos.
The Russell Wilson. The Russell Wilson.
Hey, bro, first of all, get the Dallas Cowboys. Look, come on. We ain't talking about the Cowgirls now. Come on, let's.
Well,
we're not talking about Mr. Sierra either. You know,
we're not. Yeah, look. My team is horrible. Hopefully, we get somewhere this year.
What?
I mean, we got a new head coach, so I mean that.
Hey, listen. I wish we had a new
owner.
owner. I wish we were going through what these guys went through.
Me and Black got a new owner.
Like,
slumlord. We had a slumlord owner.
Slumlord owner. Yeah, y'all got to own. Never mind.
The day that the Crypt Keeper leaves Arlington, I will be happy because that man is the owner, the president,
decision maker,
and the GM. How,
bro? You getting too old. You got to delegate, dog. You
need something else that start with a D. Like,
bro, come on.
Like Dr. Jerry Buss.
Let's not
wait
do
a minute. We will not.
let's not do Dr. Bus.
We
We're
shall
gonna
not
disrespect.
talk about Dr. Bus on
Dr.
here.
Bus is the
I
main
just said,
reason
bro.
why Kobe Bean Bryant
Was Bean
was
his real
brought
name?
to the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's
Or
not
was
do
that a
that.
nickname?
We're not
Was
going to
that his
disrespect the
real
great
middle name?
name of Dr. Bus, even though he had some ups and downs. He had some failures.
I mean, everybody does, bro. You know.
No. Go back. Was Bean his
Then-
real middle name?
I mean, I just want to know why you bean like you felt the need bean like.
Because I'm from Virginia.
He was like, I just want to know what bean is.
Bean, yeah, Bean. I'm gonna keep saying it like that. I'm sorry.
Like we heard you the first
I
time,
said
but when
it
you
was my
said it that
whole
last
job.
time, there was
I
so
said it
much.
was my whole
He said,
job.
wait, go back. Bean, his middle name.
Was Bean his real middle name? Bean?
Yes, Kobe Bean Bryant is his
Bean?
name.
Bean Bryant,
Yes.
yeah.
Hey, my boy had Bean
Jelly
head. Though, I ain't
Bean,
gonna lie.
so Jelly Bean was his father's nickname.
Yeah.
So Kobe was
Rest in peace
Bean,
to the
and they
GOAT.
just made that. Listen,
Rest in
We're
peace.
gonna need to
Mamba
put that on
mentality,
the shirt.
baby.
And I got the.
Can I get a Beyond the Bell shirt with the thing and then Bean on the
But
back?
what thing?
Hey, that reminds me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get me. I'm gonna give me a tattoo Beyond the Bell.
I'm down with it. I'm down. Look, we can
Yeah.
make that a live episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 Black, do you got any tattoos right now?
Yeah, I do.
His
See,
beard.
now here's the thing. I can't get tattoos.
Why?
Really?
The pain?
Yes, really, because of the heart transplant. It was like
Oh,
risk
damn.
of hepatitis C, immunocompromised, those kinds of things. I can't get.
Wow.
Damn.
I never, you know what? I never thought about that, brother.
Dang, man.
I mean,
I
I
look-
really
I look
want
forward.
one. I really want one, but I can't get one.
So tell
You
you what,
look cool with that, bro.
I'll get two, and one of them will be for you. There you go.
Or, you know what? I'll do you even better.
I tell you that, I'll get one when I'm old.
I'll even do you one better. I'll get you one of those little gumball machine tattoos, and I'll get you one so you can place a tattoo on it, bro.
No, one of y'all get 211 like on the back of your ankle or something like
On the
I'm
back.
gonna
What?
tell you
Wait
that
a
ain't
minute.
happening. That's gonna
I
hurt.
ain't- Yeah, we ain't, I ain't going nowhere near the ankle.
I'm
I'll
not
tell you that
doing
right
that.
now.
But you know what I mean? Like somewhere random, you know,
No.
on the back of
Sorry.
your calf.
No.
Oh.
No.
No,
But speaking of random,
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Okay.
speaking of random,
Go ahead, Mr. Randall.
Cole and MJF's promo was silver, but that Jericho and Osprey promo was straight gold.
Boy.
Man, listen.
I'm still not excited
still-
to see Jericho.
I
man.
still couldn't care less about the match.
Yeah.
I still,
but that joint was fire.
but that joint was fire.
Look,
Hey.
hey, drop the horns on him. Boom, 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 boom.
I didn't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know Will could talk,
Yeah.
But I ain't know he could talk that shit.
but I didn't know he had to talk.
He
You
ain't
know
had
what I
that
mean?
shit.
He got
think-
shit to talk.
I think last time he really talked like that when he came out at what's that New Japan Strong with the belt.
With the belt.
When he came back from injury
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he had something to say. But yeah, but this one,
He hit the listen, and Jericho was firing on all cylinders.
He was.
minus the this is bigger than WrestleMania because let's
Yeah,
stop.
yeah. I'm like,
let's
bro.
stop that.
Yeah.
Like that's not
This is
like,
your
dog,
first.
you
this is
wrestled-
the first show.
you wrestled Shawn Michaels in his prime.
Like,
Let's stop
And in
that.
19.
let's not think that the atmosphere. Like, don't get me wrong. This is the first major show for All In, and wish them many more because I mean, unless they do it in Wembley every year,
I
that'll be
hope,
their
and I
WrestleMania.
hope this becomes a yearly thing. I'm down with that because we see
Yeah,
what
He's
yeah.
that
talked about
crowd-
it. He's talked about it.
we see what
Oh,
that
so that'll be
crowd
their
is looking
WrestleMania.
like.
He's
But
talked about it. He
WrestleMania
said
is a
that could
prestigious
possibly
event.
be a yearly thing.
I'm down.
But
Just
you
like
can't
I
say
feel
that's
like
better than
Backlash-
WrestleMania, dog.
Just like I feel like Backlash should be
Should
in
be
Puerto
overseas
Rico
every year now.
every year. It needs to be in
Oh,
Puerto Rico
yeah.
every year. Give them a guaranteed show every year so they
Yeah.
can get the anticipation built up and
Well,
and make sure Clash at
And
the
give
Castle
England.
show every year and give England Money in the Bank every year. So that way, when they know they got it coming, the anticipation will build for it. So them crowds are gonna
And the
eat it
market
up
is gonna
regardless.
be crazier.
Yeah,
Those are going to be
Um,
WrestleMania level shows.
but
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cole
but
and MJF separate promos were cool. They established they continued the story. And I
Well,
had
how about the first initial promo? I felt like I liked MJF's how he was spitting off.
Yeah. Nah, he did, especially going in depth about him not having any real true friends before, which we know is BS because him and Cody are
like this. And then they showed the whole thing of like the teasers of like, oh, so let's talk about this, you know.
Exactly.
So what about these moments? It's like,
but it's funny though, because now they have a picture that was uploaded of him at the Nightmare Factory.
But he even talked about it, you know, what he posted on Twitter. He was saying like, hey, bro, like y'all the ones hating. Shoot, we out here supporting each other behind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But like some statements when you're trying, you try a little too hard. Like I never had a real friend before. Like that was unnecessary. You know,
because he name drops Cody about every near episode.
Huh?
He name drops Cody about every darn episode.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I understand, but it is what it is. But you know, MJF, this is the most comfortable as world champ he's looked.
True. Yeah.
Is he a heel or a face right now?
They're both faces. They're both faces right now. One's gonna go heel and the other will go tweener, but the entire baby face of this will be done sometime.
I think it's a full double turn at All In. Because you remember I said that they're gonna win the tag belts. Then at the end of the night, Cole is gonna win the world belt. It can be shenanigans, it cannot be shenanigans.
Or unless
whatever happens. It ain't
unless they drop
MJF.
Unless they don't win the belts, which sets up the tension for the match.
Yeah, because that almost super kick had me in here like, oh,
like, bro, are you serious?
Like, and then the tease of him putting on the Diamond Dynamite ring, which we all know what that ring
you put that on
with MJF.
Yeah.
I just want to be right one time. Y'all let me be right.
No, nobody's saying you're wrong.
Nobody's saying you're wrong.
You're right in your opinion.
Nobody said I was wrong.
You just have to defend
the
it.
tease of that, but the hug it out, I'm not even gonna lie.
Said, you won't hear the end of it for like 6 months.
I'm not gonna lie, the hug it out though, I was in here like this. Like I can't even lie.
Yeah.
That was a good moment. They did good selling the match again, but I've had people ask why they're wrestling twice a night, and I explained it, but I'm gonna explain it again real quick. This is arguably the biggest wrestling show in history outside of a WWE show. Biggest gate, biggest attendance outside of a WWE show in the last 25 years.
Correct.
You utilize the biggest show in the world to marquee your world champion.
Wow.
As well as another, you might as well say, premier face of your organization. You use this opportunity to get eyes on them as much as possible and possibly set up the rubber match at your biggest card of the year the following week.
Wow.
But stop.
If the world would not be watching this pay-per-view, excuse me, the world's watching this pay-per-view, the entire world, not just American fans. This is the time for you to get those buys, those last-minute buys for All Out.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be wild because you got to think about it. If this was done at a regular pay-per-view in America, they're gonna get the 400,000 buys, whatever. But we're talking about having this match in a completely brand new untapped market, which nobody's really taken full advantage of this UK yet. Nobody's done it. Just like Japan is still a market that, you know, New Japan has it, but they have not been able to lock down the proper rights to getting it televised, streamed, and everything like that. But in the UK, the fandom is so thick. They're so hungry for nonstop wrestling. You utilize this time right now when the world is watching to put the biggest possible face, you know, the biggest possible two faces in your company in the match that starts the night and the match that ends the night. How do you make the world care about people? You make them be seen.
Yep.
And Aussie Open's a good tag team, so we're not going to even be worried about whether or not this match is going to be good.
Right.
But not only are you utilizing this to elevate your talent, you're progressing your company's biggest story over your company's biggest prize.
Right.
Why not have them wrestle twice a night? I'm fine with it. Is it the way I would have had it initially booked? No, but after this promo that we just got, the teases, the subtle intricacies that's there, I'm completely fine with this, especially the Aussie Open promo to end the night. Because they talking like a lot of people is overlooking us like we about to just lose our belts and give them up and roll over and die.
But no, that ain't happening.
And then when you got that, it's all about the boom. And they came out together. We was like, well, okay, let's see what happens. And you got the tease. And he was like, oh. And you got another tease. And he was like, oh. And then they came together. But if you were watching and you noticed when MJF was in that corner posing and holding the Triple B up, where was Adam Cole's eyes? Focused on that Triple B.
Yeah.
It's subtle. It's just little subtle things there. The seeds are planted for a major development.
Yeah.
At the beginning and the end of Sunday night, which I hated starting at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, because I'll be at work, but I'll be
I'm
trying to.
gonna have to get up. I'll make sure I shoot you a link because I'm not paying for it. Like,
no. But
look, they already got their gate. They already got their gate. They don't need my one buy. My little one buy not gonna hurt nothing.
My thing is, you got ticket sales, but not only that, you got merch sales. Then you got hospitality there. Then you got to worry about getting gate over here as far as buy rates, and you gonna get extreme money off of that. Look, the paydays from that is gonna be redonkulous. Warner Brothers better be excited.
Tony Khan had to watch last week because House of Black all of a sudden is on this call.
On the card, yeah. So how we feel like that's gonna play out?
Oh, we already know.
I already told you how that's gonna play out. Billy Gunn's getting a belt.
So at the time of recording, that match was not announced. So we're gonna drop a prediction real quick. Trigger, who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with the Black of the House and the House of the Black.
All right, Big Black, what you got?
Pause. Why gotta be big?
No, not a pause. Did you not watch Rob and Big?
As much as I hate to say it,
you didn't watch Rob and Big,
no.
TJ?
Oh, he didn't?
Bro, just bless him.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I gotta roll with the champs. I've been riding with them, and I've been riding with them. So that's what it is.
Respect.
TJ, you got Daddy Ass and the Ass Boys.
Yep.
Scissor me, Daddy.
I'm ready for Billy Gunn to get his belt in AEW. Otherwise, there's no reason for him to beat it.
I have House of Black with Billy Gunn turning.
Interesting. Why the turn?
We talked to. Did we?
We didn't go in depth. We didn't go in depth.
Yeah,
but the significance and the contributions to the story that have already been played, the burning of the boots, the hug from Malachi,
right?
These are all. It's almost like those boots were sacrificed to House of Black, and that was his. Let's see how serious you are. We can save you from the antics, the comedy. We can make people care about you again. We can bring you back into the fold. We can get you that last legend run. But what are you willing to give us?
Right.
And we all know when you take them boots off and you leave them in the ring,
we know
what that means. That's a special moment. So for him to do that and then to make sure that we saw the vignette of House of Black with the boots and I'm sorry, but in terms of promo and vignettes and voiceovers, House of Black has the best in AEW.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been like that since they got together, especially since they won them trios titles. If they on the screen with that stuff, man, listen, you better pay attention because it's captivating. And realistically, Billy, why wouldn't Billy, after having to come back and save them again? Like, y'all got me beat down, we lost, I retired, I had to come back and save y'all. Like, y'all are,
disappointing.
Y'all are disappointing. Y'all are nooses around my neck at this point. Like, y'all dragging me down. Y'all lost the tag titles and ain't been seen since. Like,
I'm the old man.
Just for me, I got House of Black winning, but I got Billy Gunn turning. And bonus points for me if I get it right, but I have him turning during the match.
Am I the only?
You're the only scissor. You're the only
That's
scissor.
like. Yeah.
Like always, the odd one out.
Whatever.
Y'all, first of all, y'all need to stop.
Whoa.
I like being against the grain.
Black.
Whoa.
Black.
Yeah.
What's going on with the Brady Bunch member above me? What he got to do?
Well, on the Beyond the Bell podcast, we like to, tell our viewers and also
constituents.
the people that are
constituents
that are on here. You know, we like to tell them that, you know, you got to do better. But this guy here,
Just got to stop it.
this guy here.
I ain't gonna lie, that might be my favorite guy to do better you've done so far, bro. If y'all haven't caught on yet, that's one of our things. Listen, when you out of
That's one of our
pocket,
catch lines. Put
when
it on
you
a
a
t-shirt.
menace, when you that's one of them joins. So understand something. If you get told you guys to do better, tighten up.
Yeah.
You know what happens? You know what happens?
What happens?
You know what happens when you make faces on the podcast?
What?
What happens when you stick your tongue out and you're flapping it up and down like you're crazy as hell?
What? What?
You got to do better.
What?
Why he sounded like Stewie? You know that little working on? You know this nigga working on? Look at what I do.
Sport.
Oh,
Don't you know? Now I gotta watch Stewart. I gotta watch Mad TV now.
No. I'm talking about Stewie on Family Guy.
Oh no! So you know they stole that little bit from Stewart on Mad TV.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Mad TV was my ish.
Yeah, it was.
Watch your mouth.
Mad TV and In Living Color both don't get
Enough credit for what they did, especially in Living Color. But we already know why in Living Color don't get the credit. Oh, you know what? Quick question: 50 years of hip hop. Which season was the better theme song for In Living Color? Because I prefer In Living Color because I prefer the first one. I prefer the original Head D joint. Yeah.
But like the original.
Yeah, original.
Okay.
Yeah, original.
Oh wow.
SW1. Shout
I
out.
literally just watched a compilation.
Shout out to SW1.
The other night.
Shout out to DJ SW1.
Yeah.
I want to say this as far as AEW too. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out AEW Fight Forever. I don't have the game, so I don't know much about it. But they just updated. If I'm not mistaken, they got Stadium Stampede in the game now officially.
I'll buy it on Black Friday when it's $20.
I'll buy it I'll download it when it goes on Game Pass for free. But
is Ken and Ivory Ways on the game?
Look,
No,
I've
that's
heard
one of the only things he ain't in.
I've heard people don't like it. I've heard people love it.
Low Down Dirty Shame doesn't get the love and respect it deserves as a movie because that's a classic.
You know what doesn't get the recognition?
Pootie Tang.
No. It's related to Low Down Dirty Shame.
Wow.
When John A did the song Shame, that doesn't get the.
No, you're right. No, that's because that's a banger though. That's a banger. Like that's.
I listen to that all weekly. I listen to it weekly. Boom, 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 boom. Shame.
Yeah.
I was doing all the second.
AEW flipped the switch though. It was almost like they heard the world talking about how trash the show has been the last couple of weeks because they flipped the switch last night. I'm happy for it. I'm looking more forward to All In now than I was before with Tony's original card. He claimed that he didn't want to make the choices that were made, but I'm glad he did because they were much better than what you were going to give us, sir. So as it stands right now, 0 Hour, Adam Cole and MJF versus Aussie Open. You have the Golden Elite, Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Adam Page versus Jay White, Konosuke Takeshita, and Juice Robinson.
God, he will or you to him.
I mean, dog, that's what I was thinking. I was gonna say, but that's reserved for Wheeler Yuta. So you got the Fatal 4-Way for the AEW Women's Championship, Saraya, Sheeta, Toni Storm, and Dr. Britt Baker.
DMD. Medical Dentistry.
Yes. You have the Stadium Stampede match, Santana and Ortiz with Cesaro, John Moxley, and Wheeler Yuta, and a partner still left to be unnamed.
Claudio.
No, they
Claudio?
They lowered how many people in that match, ain't
Claudio? They're gonna. So now what's gonna happen is they're gonna get a mystery partner, and the best friends and
everybody,
other guys are gonna. Yeah, everybody now has a mystery partner.
Yeah.
You have the Young Cucks versus Forever the Revolver. Forever the Revolver.
Oh wait, let me say y'all something. Email
it to me.
No, my homegirl.
Taking you too long. Wrap it up, B.
I got you. My homegirl who listened to the podcast was just like, "Who is FTR with hair?" And I had to sit there.
You gotta explain it, man. Listen, FTR with hair and bald FTR versus the Matt and Jeff Jr. wannabes.
Well, she don't know nothing about that. We was just talking about FTR with hair the other night, and she was like, "Who is that?" And I was just like, "Yeah." So shout out to Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca.
We were talking last night, T Jizzle, and you was like, you didn't know that the Young Bucks weren't really twins, and one's like 6 years older than the other. And it's like, and it's crazy though, because
it still messes with me to this day.
Yeah, and like usually, it's weird because they do look very close and similar in age, which is
but she don't watch wrestling at all.
At all.
And I do, so I feel I should have known that, but
okay.
I thought they were
do your research, buddy.
You got Chris Jericho versus Will Ospreay.
Whoa, watch your mouth.
And yeah, that match, whatever. And then you have for the Collision World Championship or the Straight Edge World Championship, you have CM Punk. So I was about to bust a Dwayne Johnson moment on there. Yeah, you have CM Punk against the Joe of the Samoan Isles. I don't care about that match. I don't care about any of it.
For anything?
It's for the Straight Edge World, the real World Championship. The Straight Edge World.
CM Punk and Ricky Starks at that. If y'all
at that point, yeah, like at that point, that was the match that could have been made. Or why is this not a title for title match? Like something, because there's no reason why I should care about this match because I don't. And then in the main event for the real AEW World Championship, you got Adam Cole Bebe versus MJF, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, and he's better than you and you know it. Should be match of the night. Should be, but there are a couple of I'm sorry, actually, I apologize. I skipped over one. Sting and Darby, excuse me, Sting and Darby Allin versus Swerve and Brian Cage. Hopefully that turns into
Bad Killer.
Hopefully,
Christian.
so it's Swerve and Christian.
Yeah, Swerve and
Christian. The Bad Killer.
They might as well should have just made it an 8-man.
The Menace.
They should have made it an 8-man then.
The Society.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is. He is a menace. That man he's going down too.
The deadbeat dad, literally.
Yeah. Look, the beater of the dead dads, like
the coffin closer.
Jesus. He needs to get that on a shirt. I swear he does. I'll buy it.
hold on.
Up and down, much better card than what was presented 3 days ago.
Facts.
TJ, you got some green-ish on your head, boy.
Bro,
yeah, just like you got some purple.
A bird came by and just
bro, this ain't the pod to do it, bro. You gonna get jumped, cuz. You don't want this smoke, dog. You don't want this smoke, dog.
And I don't like it.
Y'all paying a man a 5-year, the highest paid contract in NBA history,
and ain't gonna do nothing with it. And ain't gonna do nothing with it.
Ain't gonna do nothing. He can't even go to his what?
I don't know what he can't go to, but you can't.
His own conference finals. And I'm a Duke fan. I love Jason Tatum, but that contract.
Oh, he went to Duke. No, Jason Tatum was the one.
You don't even know.
No. That's what I'm saying. His contract's gonna be more than Jaylen Brown, and it's gonna be ridiculous. Y'all are about to pay $1 billion. Y'all are about to pay $1 billion to not win a championship,
just to get out the first round. But let's not even get on that. Back to
we'll see.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
we'll see. And
look what we got.
Won't see a ring no time soon.
Yeah, look what we got. Hater.
Yeah, you won't see a ring anytime soon at all. Hater. Raw was good.
Way better crowd than what the freak we had last week. Crowd was on fire.
Yeah, that crowd last week, Jesus.
I don't know what they was thinking.
They
was not interested, and literally Raw I really didn't watch Raw last week because the crowd just sucked the life out of Raw. And I was like, bro, I don't even feel like watching this no more.
And I hate crowds like that because it's like y'all are disappointing America
very much.
Because anytime we go out the country, it don't matter where you at. We could be in Hamburg, Germany, and that crowd is going.
Well, it was Canada.
You know what? It's Canada.
It was a part. It was, excuse me. It wasn't Canada. It was a part of Canada because all
Toronto.
Canada crowds ain't like that.
Toronto.
No, it wasn't Toronto. Toronto was
Toronto was smacked. I'm sorry, because of Edge. This was was this Ontario?
I can't remember. We was in, what was it, Calgary?
Wherever Sammy is from, that's where we were.
Yeah.
Chat. It's good to have a crowd like that. Was it smart to have Judgment Day look as weak as they? I don't want to say weak. I'm sorry. I don't want to throw that word out there. Was it smart to have Judgment Day look the way they look, though?
Unorganized,
especially going into
Payback.
Our boy eating a pin Tuesday as well. Like that. That's the little suspect booking to me.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I know we got all the reports saying that they're not doing anything with Judgment Day. They're not disbanding them or nothing like that. It's just really hard to kind of see that because, like, you're getting all the kickback from Damian, Rhea. Dom is not even a factor because Dom just going with what mommy say.
And then you got JD being a little turtle right now. Hope,
right.
The turtle wins the race. So he's just like, hey, I'm just.
But even then, Finn is kind of playing into it like, hey, bro, I got you. It's like, so it's like him and Damian beefing, but then Damian and JD beefing because he see that Finn and JD kind of close. But then mommy like, oh no, this shit suspect. Finn, what you doing? It's supposed to be Judgment Day business. And like I said, if you're gonna build them up to be the top faction, look, don't get me wrong. When you have Cody, Sammy, and KO, we know Cody is not taking a loss.
The return of Kevin Owens. Shout out. Congratulations. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Big pop.
Titles. Let's drop
these titles. Drop these belts, please. Please drop these belts. It's time. Now, we're going to touch on that because apparently it's Superstar Spectacle. It's Indashare versus.
And where they been at?
Wait, what?
Not on TV, we were also wrong. Superstar Spectacle is not a Saudi show.
It's in India. I said that.
Oh, and it's not going to be televised.
Where Indashare is that's a hometown.
Right.
Are we going to witness that? I don't think they're gonna hold him out, bro. I think Indashare gonna go over clean.
We finna get Shanky.
Yep. No, he don't dance no more. He don't dance no more at all. He is gender got him back on track. Kevin Owens coming back. Welcome back. Definitely evened up the odds real nicely. Sets up a big main event, Judgment Day versus the undisputed tag team champions and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes hits Dom, hits the draw.
No, KO hit that hell of a stunner.
Boy, that's stunner.
Dom sold the mess out of that joint.
What was my biggest issue with Dom for these last couple of years? His lack of ability of selling.
And that boy,
nothing he took and nothing he did looked impactful. That boy has exponentially improved.
But look where we got it from, though, Rhea.
But it's funny though, because we gotta look. So not only was he trained by Ray, but he got thrown trial by fire early. Remember the Brock Lesnar beat Jones?
Oh yeah,
where Brock waxed him.
Look, hey, with that kendo. Listen,
but y'all remember the double 619 in the splash, and we thought Ray was about to beat Brock. Like,
I don't know why we thought that.
I don't know why we thought that, but But see, once again, suspension of belief. It's just it's wild. But I would say this. He did sell the Roman joint. Huh?
He did sell the Roman joint out of the ring.
Power bomb out of the ring. The FTK, them kids moment.
Hey, like Jazz.
I'd never forget that.
Dom, dirty drawing Dom he's been pinned twice now within 24 hours though.
Which I can understand it because Priest has been taking majority of the pins these last couple matches, and you don't want your Money in the Bank winner to look weak and soft after he's taken two hardcore pins. I think he got pinned last week, and that's when he was bleeding. And then the week before, and you don't want Finn taking all your pins either because you're still trying to make Finn look strong, and that's just where we got to be at.
Then you have Dom going into NXT Heatwave with a loss in a major tag match. Because apparently they are very high on Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyria.
Well, they should be high on those two.
They should. No, they should.
So do you think that it's in jeopardy?
Was the
for
pin was the pin a sign of what's to come between
Well-
Dragon Lee and Dom now for the North American Championship? Because I feel like he's next in line now for a title shot.
No,
either
who
that or Ali.
Dragon Lee.
It's either that or Ali.
I mean, Ali's gonna get skipped in the line because he don't have a dub yet.
Dragon Lee pinned Dominic.
Pinned Dom
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
I can
He pinned him clean.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a clean.
So
Yeah, 'cause,
that
'cause,
automatically, I feel like that's a leapfrog moment. Like, hey, yeah, Ali was next for Wes, but realistically, Ali had his chance in the triple threat.
Yeah, but then Raquel interfered, got Rhea up out of there. But I think
Man, forget
the pin was okay. I don't think it did much. I mean, I don't know what exactly Sean's thoughts is as far as if he's appreciated the draw, the viewership.
I hope he has, because as soon as Dom's gone, they're dropping back down to 500K.
Right. So my thing is, going from here, are you trying to limit Dom's time with going 3 shows per? Because then that means you have Rhea going with him everywhere.
Going 3 shows strong. Dom is going 3 shows strong right now.
Can Rhea get off my television?
No,
you are a
she's
Rhea Ripley hater.
You turn off the television and stop looking at her. But anyway,
At least I'm not fickle about her.
No, you're not fickle. You
I like her,
and you don't.
Hated her ever since.
And I guess I would say this. I like Rhea, and I'll segue back to Dom. I like Rhea against NXT talent because she has a different playing pool to deal with, a playing field. But it just depends on who she works with.
I agree with you to a fault, though, because there is no reason why the NXT women should look as credible to Rhea
as the main roster.
Her main roster talent.
Right,
you know what I mean? Her main roster counterpoints.
Right.
It's weird because it's like a Candice LeRae should still be in NXT then.
She should have never got squashed.
Never.
And she can work and she can go.
Emma's the same way.
So it's weird. Indy though, a little bit.
And just understand who?
Indy. When Indy.
Oh yeah. No, who's still developing?
Right.
I'm a big Indy Hartwell mark. If y'all don't know, I love Indy Hartwell. Chat. I love Indy Hartwell. I will definitely say they got to figure out a way to get now I want to say everyone looking credible, because you can't have Rhea look like everybody's a threat to her, but they have to figure out a way to get her main roster counterparts
on
better level. Booking, right. Because Lyra Valkyria has no reason to look as strong. Now let me make sure I say that right. She has very much reason, because NXT is their developmental and NXT is definitely a show, but there's no reason why she looks stronger than anybody else on the main roster right now. I don't like that. Unless you're gonna call her up, then hey, then that makes sense. But having her, because if you're gonna have her go toe to toe with the main roster women's champ, Tiffany Stratton shouldn't stand a chance then. In all realistic you know what I mean? Like, if that's where we're going with that.
Tiffany Stratton.
Okay. Hey, BME, best movement salt ever. But her promo was kind of ick this week.
Yeah.
The women did their thing. Roxanne got a really big pop, return pop. I'm happy for that for her, because I feel like she should probably be called up soon.
Yeah, because I don't think she has nothing left to do down there. Really, it's time. It's time, because you don't want to get in that same rinse, repeat, recycle process. Because like I said, I feel like it's time for Carmelo and Braun and Ilya.
Same with Ilya. We're gonna talk about Braun. Same with Ilya though, and that match.
Hell of a match.
Ilya and Trick Williams had
I never knew it was gonna be like that. And Trick, I've
been telling Cats, Trick has improved scarily this last 2 months. It's like when they started showcasing him, it was a sink or swim moment, and he was like, "Well, where my float is at? I ain't ready to swim. I'm gonna at least float." And now he's swimming,
bro,
with sharks.
And Ilya made it look good. Trick made it look good. And then that thing when Trick came out, book on the ad lib, that joint was hard.
Understand something? That is the start of a heel push for Trick, because if you watched and you saw the locker room interaction with Melo,
bro,
that man wants that NXT title, and he wants that NXT title back,
bro. Listen, Honestly, I
would
think that
not
would be
be
a great way to send off
to
Carmelo.
send off Melo.
Trick and
That's
Melo.
how. Think about it. That's how Melo sent off Swerve.
Swerve, yeah.
I mean, hey,
That would be a great send off.
That would be a great send off.
Great start to the show. I didn't know they were going to do it. Start the show off like that. But great start. Great choice of match placement. So,
welcome back to the Creeds. I missed them on NXT television.
Nice little kidnap.
I'm liking the Schism storyline.
Because I didn't know where they were gonna go after the whole joint, bro. Like it kind of scared me a little bit, bro.
Ava Holden.
Yeah.
Ava Holden.
She got.
Can I get something
yams? Sweet, yeah.
Understand something.
Oh my god.
Show me the way. Because I got bills to pay. Hey, listen. Now Ava has a lot of improving to do in the ring.
She's got a lot of work to do.
But
she's a great storyteller off camera.
Yes. So I can see her doing like a managerial thing if she gets called up to the main roster.
Yes.
But I can see her still evolving her in-ring work, just in the case, like it's kind of like Scarlett. So if Scarlett goes back in ring, because Scarlett can move. It just they don't have her doing in-ring work. But hey, great story with Schism. I know TJ does
ready for this match next week.
Right? Yeah, that's gonna be something. That's gonna be a little pretty hardcore hitting match. And then that might be a good send off before.
Might be for Jagger. And unfortunately I hate that they have not re-signed, because I would love for them to turn eventually and get back to the Grizzled Young Vets, but you can't always get everything you want.
Right. But great push his last couple months to end it off. So.
Nathan Frazier is a superstar in the making.
Trained by Seth Rollins,
and you can tell that boy. And listen here, Noam Dar and the Metaphor are arguably one of the best parts of NXT.
Bro. Yes,
Metaphor is a great name.
It's a great name.
Yeah, you're like Metaphor. Like I get it.
Yeah, I get it. I actually, it's one of those puns, but it's like, okay.
I see what you did there. Wordplay.
I see what you did. Look, I see what you did there. I seen it. Noam Dar Noam Dar is actually a great in-ring storyteller. Last night was one of the first times I actually see, and you could see this story that was being crafted during the match. It was just reeling you in, and you were like, okay, well, maybe Nathan will pull this out. Like, come on, guy, come on. Yeah.
And they sold the clean cells.
Yeah, that Nova Roller was it looked hard. The pin, the scoop slam into the reverse DDT into the standing shooting star press, and you only get a 2 count on that. That was a great false finish. I was like, oh, okay, that would be doing. What we doing? Nice Phoenix splash, very nice. Yeah. It looked better than Seth's. Thank the Lord. I like Metaphor getting involved. Heavier, so I mean, it's always looks sloppily to me. It is what it is, and I love it because I love that move. And Ricochet always had the best one, so it was like anybody that's gonna use it. It's just if it don't look clean, it don't look clean. Mm-hmm. But I loved the finish. Good heel finish. Good getting them involved. Good pulling you in for the babyface victory and not getting it, because now you get that sympathetic build for Nathan Frazier. Now you're like, can he come back from this? Like, what's next in North American Championship contention? This is why I feel like the Cruiserweight title can make a comeback now, though. Him, Dragon Lee, if Dom comes down a couple of pounds, you're not doing anything with Ricochet again right now, which is I've always felt like Ricochet should have been the main face of the Cruiserweight division. If you are,
but leave him on the main roster, because I need to see him and Wesley go at it, bro. Yeah. If we get it.
Why not?
If they don't call up West, bring Ricochet down. And y'all already know that's MSK in my that's MSK whatever 2K comes out, Wesley and Ricochet are MSK. But something's got to be done, because you can't not have Nathan Frazier, Dragon Lee. You can't not have these guys featured. So we're gonna see what goes on with that. I know we skipped straight to NXT just because Heat Wave was heat. Carmelo Hayes and Wesley Was it Was it each man's individual best match? No. But they did their thing.
That table spot?
The springboard DDT through the announce table to the outside.
That might have been the best spot of the year. I ain't gonna lie.
Of the 364 and a half day calendar this year. That might be number one.
Crazy. That was
364 and a half days. And that might be number one because I didn't. So it's crazy because I've seen him not pull the DDT off clean. But not only did you pull it off clean, you springboarded to the outside.
On the table, head on the table, cuz. Look, just oh Lord.
And Wesley Sell of the Nothing But Net.
Bro, on the head, Spike. The Spike finish.
They
gotta have another match at No Mercy.
I was actually, now I will say this though. I was thinking that when it got past the top of the hour and they were gonna stay with it, and then they kind of showed Melo celebrating. I was like, here comes the turn. Here comes the turn. Where's Trick at? And it went off, and I was like, because y'all know back in the day, if you seen that little NXT graphic in the corner and somebody was still on the screen, be ready. Something about to happen. So I'm glad they teased us with that because once again, storyline and character development, and we're getting invested into Trick Williams now because we want to know when, how, and what happens after.
Because he's gonna be a star.
Braun Breaker with the spear of the year.
Hey,
my
the best
man
spear in the company.
Von Wagner he speared
out his socks.
He speared the lisp out of Von Wagner, boy.
Yeah. Look, his hair said,
boy, my man came through. And then when he hits and then at the end, after he talks and he just stands there and revels in it. This is what Braun Breaker has been missing. He was cool as a face. He got stale as a champ. He's been killing it as a heel.
But I like that they took, like, he was already jockey, but he turned into like that super jock. That's like, I'm about this. Like, bro, like, with the beard. I'm glad. He's the All-American quarterback that you hate.
No,
he got the cheerleader and he's got the offers, and daddy buys him a Porsche. Like, he's that guy. Yeah. And I love it for him because he can pull it off because his dad, Scott Steiner, was amazing at it.
Hey, listen. So
I said what I said. I said what I said. That is Scotty Jr. It ain't a bit of Rick Steiner in that boy. Not at all. That is Scott Steiner Jr. right there.
So is it true? Is it the best spear in the business?
It's the best spear in the business. That spear is tough.
That shit deadly. So excuse me. I'm sorry. That is deadly. So is it like up there with Goldberg spear? Like, as far as velocity?
Braun is legit trying to go through people.
Rhino?
It's not the gore. I knew you would. I knew Mr. ECW was coming. That's why I went ahead and started the mouth. This guy right here. That's why I went ahead and started, because I knew it was coming. It's not the gore, but I never put the gore in the spear category.
So what category?
It's standalone.
Stands alone. Okay.
It stands alone. That's like, with the pounce. You can't really put shoulder tackles and stuff against the pounce but it's a variation. But that gore was on its own head and shoulders. But Goldberg had a couple of them spears where you were like,
I ain't gonna lie. The Stevie Richards joint.
The Stevie Richards, the Christian, the Nunzio, the Laparca, the Rock. There's a couple of,
because the Rock had to delay, but he felt that and it had to come back down.
Rock sold that joint.
Yeah.
Hey.
But right now in the business now, Braun Breaker has the best spear. He definitely needs to get called up. The question is, where does he go though? I don't know where he fits.
SmackDown.
He's a SmackDown guy.
He needs to go to SmackDown. Just due to the fact of Raw, you kind of got majority of you already kind of mixed and match and move what you needed to on Raw, and he would have a lot more eyes and competition on Raw. But SmackDown is a good place to start because he can set that as his brand. Because for one, you don't have Roman there. You have LA Knight showing up every now and then, but you're probably not gonna put LA Knight versus Braun Breaker because then you're gonna crush LA with Braun. I mean, just from sheer.
But there's history there. Who was Braun's first opponent and first win in NXT?
True.
There's history there.
But with the magnitude of where we at right now, you can't.
He can't. I'm gonna be honest. LA Knight doesn't need to lose for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
he's already done his losing.
Better not.
He better not, because the fans are not gonna tolerate it for much longer.
Right.
Like even in a feud, and even if it's to progress the story, he doesn't need to lose too much because we're at that point now to where no, he's not the. It's weird because I don't even know what I want to say about LA Knight at this point because he is everything that they need a superstar to be.
Were you trying to go at his? Were you saying his in ring or
no? Because in ring he's athletic. In ring he's a great LA Knight. LA Knight is what we call a 5-tool hitter. He's one of those guys. He is a marquee. He's a Swiss Army knife. He's that guy.
It took me a while to get with the BTF, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It took me a while to get used
the
to
blunt
it.
force trauma, the BFC. Yeah,
BFC, I'm sorry.
So and it's weird because he's used it for so long. I'm used to it. I would have preferred for him to use the burning hammer, but we all know nobody's going to use anything that kind of looks like the FU or sorry, the A attitude adjustment. Yeah, listen, I had a moment.
It's called.
Yeah, I had a fart just now. But it grew on me. The blunt force trauma grew on me. But I mean,
nice.
it looks nice now because a lot of the people that are taking it are selling it, and he can do it to anybody. If he's in a ring with a great Khali, if he's in a ring with a Rey Mysterio, if he's in a ring with a Roman, it's something, and it's quick too.
Right. It's like deadly.
So it's just like
and I'm glad it's not a stunner. Yeah. It's a variation of setting up for the stunner.
It's a variation of a diamond cutter, right? But with the
But Braun Breaker definitely SmackDown.
Braun's got a bright future. Like I said, in the next 5 to 7 years, I look to see Braun Breaker, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller. Mello. If he comes back, Gable Steveson and Montez Ford in some main events in some type of, and Carmelo Hayes, I'm sorry, as well. He's so the new SmackDown.
I'm off Gable right now.
SmackDown 6.
I think so. I think my only thing is with Gable is his commitment levels to where we're gonna be at with WWE.
I don't blame him for them not being. I mean, if you had a chance to go out and go win one more gold medal, would you?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you want to prove you the best, because that sets him apart from Kurt. If he comes back with 2 of them Johns,
well, he already got 2.
I'm saying in 2 separate Olympics. If he comes back running the Olympics in 2020 and then coming in and running the 2024 Olympics, that
3-time gold medalist. I think Chad is a 1-time.
No, Chad never won one.
Chad
he was in a competitor, but Chad never won one.
Oh, I thought Chad won one.
Nah, he's just an Olympic competitor.
Same as Mark Henry, ain't
he? Yeah, same.
Yeah. Mark ain't getting no.
Mark won. Mark won. Like weightlifting.
The world's strongest man. No, I know he won world's strongest man and stuff.
But that's not the Olympics.
I think he participated.
So no, he won in the Pan American Games. He has a gold medal.
Is that the Olympics?
The Pan Am Games are under the Olympic Committee. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, so he actually has a gold, silver, and a bronze medal. And then he's a 2-time U.S. national weightlifting champion, and then what's the WD?
And he lifted that. What is
the World Drug Free Powerlifting Federation, the WDFPF. Wow,
he lifted
the world champion there. So, he's credited for the biggest raw squat and raw powerlifting total ever performed by a drug-tested athlete, regardless of weight class. So, Mark Henry is one of the greatest lifters of all time.
He's legit.
Goated.
Goated. But Gable definitely, if he comes back and if they put the medal behind him and rock with this heel run, that needs to happen. He's not a face. He's got to be a heel. I can definitely see him versus Braun Breaker one day.
Right.
That'll be a ram fight right there. And then you get Carmelo versus Austin Theory or Carmelo versus Grayson Waller. Like you can move Montez Ford into that and have him with Grayson Waller. Like there's so much young potential that's there right now that 5 to 7 years from now, we'll be talking about them in the vein that we're talking about a Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns for this generation, for that next one. So I'm very interested in seeing what happens in the future with those guys. Did anything happen on Collision we need to talk about?
I was out in the world. I didn't see it.
Just
Proud of you for
setup.
being out in the world.
No,
It
I
was
think
just a lot of
it
setup.
was just a lot of setup. That's
Yeah.
it. Just a whole GTS to, you know.
I mean,
Other than that, Rey Mysterio. We had to touch on Rey Mysterio. Real quick.
Ray. First off, congratulations to Ray for his second United States Championship title run.
When was the first one?
3 years ago, give or take.
He won that same belt design.
No, he won the other John from Andrade.
The new logo.
He won the big flag one.
Just
the one I hate the
logo
most. The one I hate the most. I despise that belt.
I didn't.
I
bring back the WCW design.
Bring back my Jmar 5 plate design. Bring it back. Bring it back
right now.
Right this second. Ray, congratulations on that. You're gonna lose, and the LWO will be turning heel imminently.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
Which I am fine with. I have enjoyed Santos being a face, but it cripples Cruz and Joaquin from doing anything as faces in the tag team division when you already have faces as the tag team champs. Right. But once they go heel, hey, now you can interject them into the tag team division, and now they look like a credible team because our leader's the U.S. champ when he wins the belt. Now it's time for us to bring some gold to Legado. Hey, and then eventually you possibly go down the line of getting Bobby Lashley and the Profits against Legado.
Yep. Split these belts back up. Let's get these SmackDown belts back on.
Let's get that. Yeah, let's split these belts up. Let's do a lot. So I'm definitely interested in this story. I can't wait to see the seeds be planted. I am interested in Tommaso Ciampa finding Johnny Gargano so my boys can come back and run the tag team world. Because if DIY is back in the building,
we lit.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to stand me. I will be having segments about what DIY done.
Maybe we gotta see this turn with Drew too. Never know. Drew.
No, we can see.
Somebody gotta turn on Matt Riddle. I'll tell you that.
I feel bad for Matt Riddle because of Matt Riddle's in. So you know what? I take that back. I don't feel bad for him because Matt Riddle's in the position he's in because of Matt Riddle. I don't feel bad for him, but I do feel bad because
where he was going,
the stretch where he was going, and the caliber. Matt Riddle didn't have a bad match for like 2.5 years, bro. Yeah, like he was every time he was in there.
He need to go back to the shorts. I'm not too much.
I'm not feeling the draws. I'm not feeling.
I'm not feeling the tighty whities though.
I'm not feeling them. But you know what? I've never been a short, tight fan. I've always preferred pants. Like I've always any of my created wrestlers. Most of my none of.
Well, I didn't mind 06. I didn't mind 06 Lashley with the short tights.
I didn't like those.
I think it just made it more appealing to the mass, like how he was like.
Pause.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
He had to walk away off that one.
Yeah, he did.
I'm sorry. We back. I didn't. I'm gonna just stop with that part. You go ahead with what you're saying, bro. Yeah, you like him with the pants.
Oh man. Yeah. So yeah. I could. Yeah.
I got tickets. That's messing me up.
So, yeah, but you can get that feud set up. You can do Santos, and possibly we can get what I believe should happen: the Austin Theory face turn. Because that boy's gonna be a great face.
Yeah, he is. I ain't gonna lie. I had like what he had shown these last couple episodes because the heelish joint that he did.
So you know what I wanted? Remember the photo shoot he did when he won the U.S. title and the cockiness and the swagger that was there? Where was that? Like, that's the Austin Theory. Like, Black Evolve Austin Theory.
Yeah.
Where's that guy at? Like, and we know what he can do. We know what he's capable of. But it's almost like they're afraid to showcase that with him because they know we're going to like it. So they just want him to be booed right now. But he's got one of those baby faces. He has the move set to really be a face. Yeah, like he has the opportunity to be a big time face.
So is Austin where Don was at when he was trying to find?
Yes, absolutely. Coming in like that, and not the Kurt Angle moment. He's in the stretch after the Kurt Angle moment where he's kind of just like
finding his like
teetering along.
Yeah.
And you can tell that, hey, like it's not gonna happen, but I would not have been surprised if he was future endeavored.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's just kind of
They got a
unfortunately
lot more people. They got a future endeavor hit row before
they got a lot. Yeah, Heroes leaving again. Heroes leaving again. They're gone. Bye. Shit row.
So since
Sorry.
All In, since All In is what 5 years now, I guess, since the first All In, right?
Right.
Do a lot of people remember or that Rey Mysterio was at the
Was on the
All
card?
In event?
Chelsea Green,
Rey Mysterio.
both for champions now.
Yeah.
Who else? It was some other people there that's in prominent positions now.
Me, I was there.
TJ, shut up.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, you was in that match with Hangman and Joey Ryan.
Hey man, were you one of the penis druids? Oh,
you're that guy.
I think we're speaking up sometimes.
Punishment Martinez.
Martinez.
And look at him now. And of course, the guy who won the NWA World Championship that night. And look at where he is now. Probably the most over. I'm trying to figure out if I want to make the statement I'm about to make before I make it.
Don't just think about it real quick.
And I say that because I can make it two different ways.
Go ahead.
And I feel like both of them are true, but one's more true than the other. I was initially gonna say Cody Rhodes is the most over babyface on the planet.
Oh God, you didn't trigger the black.
Or is Cody Rhodes the most over superstar on the planet?
I want to say he's the most over superstar.
I really, so that's why I said, because both can be true, but one's more true than the other. And I'm trying to figure out which one's truer.
Because it's him and Roman.
It's him and Roman, but Cody's there every week. Cody's selling just as much merch.
Yeah.
Like Cody's headlining more shows a year than Roman. Like it's Cody's facing higher caliber opponents right now. Jay, don't get me wrong, and I mean no disrespect when I say this, but Jay's not Brock Lesnar.
No.
Like, is Cody the biggest? Is Cody the most over superstar? Not just babyface, but over superstar on the planet.
Most definitely, without a doubt, hands down, most definitely.
That's wild, man. Think about All In. Think about All In 5 years ago, and look at now.
We got to look at what all is coming out.
He's where he is in WWE, not in AEW. Wow.
Well, we got to look at it like this too. He's tailoring to not only kids, adults. He's staying at like all the stuff that we're hearing. He's staying after hours or an hour after shows to sign autographs, take
pictures.
Bro, like of course you're gonna get more, and you're gonna be more over because you're a people's person. You're being tailored to the fans. You're taking the time to spend with them. When is Roman doing that? And no disrespect to our tribal chief, but he's not doing that. Roman is going out.
He's doing it with kids. I just saw a video of him, taking pictures with kids, but that's it.
Yeah.
But that makes sense because he's Roman.
But Roman's out of sight. Roman does not do interviews. Roman does not do interviews. He's at more nostalgia act. He does not do interviews because he's
earned it. He's earned it at this point in his career.
Right.
But
he's never been a really big interview person anyway.
No. But with Cody, is Cody a more polished and more
tailored,
revered John Cena during this run? Because we have to remember how big Cena was during his run. We have to remember the good things he did. We got to remember when he was hot, he was white lightning, white meat babyface hot. No. When he was and
Make-A-Wish crowd hated it.
Make-A-Wish, interviews, all that stuff. Cody's doing it now. Yeah. And he's also having matches that are bangers.
After banger.
After banger.
After banger.
After banger. And he's doing this at Big Four events, at B-level pay-per-views, on Monday Night Raw. Like, he's doing it consistently.
And then he teaches at his school.
He's teaching at the school. You don't hear any talks about Cody holding anybody down backstage, not wanting to rewrite finishes because it doesn't protect him. Like, is Cody a more polished? Because a lot of people, think, oh, well, Cena just got started in the business. No, his dad was ingrained in the business a long time before he
right.
Cena wasn't necessarily going to go with the business because he passed. He was going to be a cop, but it didn't work out.
Right.
He was going to be a physical therapist. It didn't work out. And he ended up saying, okay, well, let me go do pro wrestling. But Cody is everything that I'm not going to say WWE. Cody is everything that any company worth his salt would want.
Right now. Any
company, Impact, MLW, GCW, anybody would kill to have this. I'm even of the vein that if Paul Heyman revived ECW, he would want Cody to be there now.
Oh yeah, because Cody would be willing to do
because
ECW
Cody would be
type level work.
Cody would be the hybrid of Tommy Dreamer and
Homelander.
Okay.
You haven't watched The Boys? Homelander is Cody Rhodes.
Cody would be the hybrid of Tommy Dreamer, Mikey Whipwreck,
and Rob Van Dam.
And Eddie Guerrero. I was going to say Rob. The only reason and I'm going to tell you why I didn't say Rob.
I can say a little bit of Chris Jericho when he was in ECW.
With the sympathetic, as much loved and revered as Tommy Dreamer was, as bad as you used to feel watching Mikey Whipwreck get demolished.
Yeah, until he went.
And you used to be like, come on. And then just would, at the very end, pull out the dub. And you was like,
thank you, Jesus.
Until he went pyromaniac.
Yeah, and then, I mean, hey, the Unholy Alliance was my, hey, man,
That.
And with the caliber of matches Eddie and Chris and Dean Malenko were having in ECW, like Cody would be one of those. No, not even would be. Cody is the star if you're starting a promotion. He's that guy that you're like, if we start with him and we build around him, we'll be all right.
So was that like the Chris Jericho to AEW?
Different only because of the age. Like Cody's about to give us another 10, 15 years of this.
Oh yeah.
Jericho is nearing the end. He's at the back end of it now. And the thing about Jericho is Jericho doesn't do a lot of the stuff that we mentioned. The public appearance. He does interviews and stuff, but the public appearances,
Bobby appearances.
Which
is performing at All In.
You gonna watch that? You gonna watch
Shout out to my sister-in-law for the wonderful loving text that I just got.
That says she gonna watch Fozzy at All In.
No, about she should be asleep, but the wonderful faint sound of the BTB podcast is keeping her awake just a little bit. Shout out, sis. I definitely want to say, and you know what? We would be remiss. SmackDown was cool, but we all know what the biggest topic coming out of SmackDown was. We all watched this. We all seen it. We don't have to recap. Edge and Sheamus put on
a banger.
I don't even want
to go into it.
It was just a solid banger of a match. If that is Edge's last WWE match, that's the way to go out. You would, of course, prefer the Legend to lose, but him losing does nothing to help Sheamus because Sheamus is already a made man. So it really doesn't matter who wins that match, but that's the way you go out after coming back from something that we thought we were never going to see again. If you're gonna go out that way, but question, and I'm gonna end it after this. Last topic of the night: Edge and AEW.
No.
How do we feel?
No. I think Edge is, to me, like Bubba said, Edge is a WWE lifer. I mean, I could the only possibility I could see towards AEW, like I said, is to finish off with Christian, maybe the Hardys, but you're not gonna get that Dudley's finals. But as far as that, I think Edge is a WWE lifer. He cleared it up this morning. Mainly, hey, there was no denying of contract. He was good. They're good. Contract extension sitting in the inbox. Just don't know what to do because it's on his own terms this time. And I think if it's on his own terms, let it coast off into the sunset with WWE and ride off.
To piggyback off of your point, though, didn't we hear the same thing about Moxley? Contract extension was fine. I'm just going to take a little bit of personal time for myself. The door is always open for me to return. Moxley, you can come back whenever you want.
Can't nobody see that black.
Oh, don't worry about it. He came to AEW.
He came to AEW.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, and it was something that we was like, oh, because that's the one thing that I'll say that Edge is a student of the game for. That moment.
Yeah.
That, oh, wait a minute. Oh, whoa. And we all know there's two names right now that floating around that can give AEW a little more momentum than they already got. And that's Edge and Drew McIntyre. Edge coming back to play against the menace of Christian, whatever he got going on in himself right now. That's captivating television.
That would be, yeah.
I am down. The rated R superstar, the opportunist against this menace that is Christian. I'm all for it, bro. For real. If y'all want to run a tag team against
Bald FTR and FTR with that.
No.
The wheelchair crew.
Did he say the wheelchair crew?
That's where it's going.
If y'all want to wrestle Jeff Hardy and his brother, hey, I'm for it. If that's how you want to go out on you, if that's how you want to end your career, Edge, I'm fine with it. Because at this point now, it was taken away from you. And I've had the arguments with people, but he retired as champ. Like but when you're a student of the game like this, a talent like this, that's not how you want to go out. No, you want to go out giving back to the business
on your own terms.
On your own terms, not having it taken away from you. So being able to come back at the Rumble, being able to get another WrestleMania main event, like Edge did a lot this second. Edge fit so much into this second run that it was like, damn, it's really only been like 2 years though.
Right.
But it just seems so much longer.
I can only see him going to AEW for a one-off. I can't see him
for
I can't
2 months. Give him 2 months to establish a story, and because they don't have a pay-per-view every month. Give him 2 months, and then he's gone.
Which they're trying to pay.
I can't see him going to AEW for nothing.
I mean, hey, listen, I would say the same thing until billionaire Tony's dad throws a bag at Tony, and Tony throw the bag at Edge. And hey, like Edge said, I do this for me, my wife, and my kids. And what do you need to take care of you, your wife, and your kids? Money.
But see, but that's why I think. Wow, that's where I would think WWE will come in and be like, "Hey, bro, listen, you're a legend. You will get a stipend.
A Legends deal is not the same thing as nope. That's like right now. You are in your career where you at right now. That's like you are where you are now. You're well known there. You got your perks that you like. You got your stuff that you don't like. If another John hits you and was like, "Hey, listen, we can match everything you got with your merch. We can probably give you a higher percent of your merch than you getting from over there. We can allow you to take more outside bookings and do things. If you want to go on an independent goodbye tour, if you want to go work a Japan match on your way out, if you want to go to, you see what I'm saying? Like, you see where I'm going, Black? And on top of that, we'll match them dollar for dollar." Ron, if they say weekends off, 12-hour shifts,
but he already getting that
availability, guaranteed overtime for you, and we throw you dollar for dollar, and we'll allow you to have that extra time at the crib and do the things that you want to do. I'm taking it.
But he already got that.
Okay, he has that, but what's the harm in going to go get that last run? He'll always be able to be welcome back to WWE.
You don't think WWE matched that Brock bag with him?
WWE, it ain't just the bag. Think about all the perks. Edge is a wrestler's wrestler. Edge never got a match in Japan. Edge never got to go to New Japan.
But is he going to go to do
Where
that
do
now?
you want to go?
We don't know. Did we think John Moxley would be the New Japan United States champion
But
twice?
we talking about age wise and different. Edge has already said, like, bro, I cannot do that. Like, bro, what it takes to put and get in here and do this now. Like, bro, I don't have that much more left in me. So I don't like, yes, it
So
would
why
be
not
dream.
use those much more that you don't have left in you to continue to make history? Because there's nobody on the card now that he can work with that's going to do anything. There's nothing left for him to give back to anybody now. With the way his career just finished and ending and everything, nope, there's nothing. If an Austin Theory beats him, it doesn't do nothing to help him. If Grayson Waller beats him, it don't. Like, there's nothing left for Edge to do in WWE. There's no more stories left to finish. We're not going to get another John Cena match. We don't want one.
Don't want one.
We don't want one. I'm good with him and Randy Orton. They finished on a high note. Don't want another one. The only person left in the world for him left to work with is Christian.
Yeah.
He'll be all right.
And the
That's
Hardys
his boy. They came in with him.
and we got to remember the Dudleys was cool, but what was the first feud? That Hardys and Edge and Christian feud was what started it.
Yeah.
I would love for the Dudleys to do it, but as y'all said, Devon can't go no more. Devon just physically can't go anymore.
Nope.
They could possibly bring in Spike, but it wouldn't be the same.
No. Yeah. So I think my thing is he'll be a lifer to WWE. And I get everything, the incentives, like I said, money talk, BS runs a marathon. So
what he said. I had to figure it out.
Listen, if he stays alive, I'm fine. It don't matter to me one way or another.
Just play it off one day. Do like this. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Just like you just got to be like, okay, wait, who do I want to point at? So I'm about to
that's
point
the
at
one.
Hey, look, you got to play with it off screen. You got to be like this.
I'll do it in front of the people. Hold on.
So it's easy for certain things though, because it's like you're right up under me 211, but so Black is next to you on mine, so right. I can do like I gotta come this way,
go the wrong way,
and then Ron, he's there. So it's weird because it's like it's the opposite, but it's not, because if I turned around, it would be right. So shout out to the Kobe on the back of the jersey. I'm fine with it. I'm fine if he stays. I'm completely cool if he stays. It's
either way.
Nothing wrong with being a lifer at all. Austin never left. Michaels never left. Some people do, some people don't.
Michaels wanted to leave.
Michaels wanted to leave. Michaels was going to Atlanta. Shawn Michaels was going to come to Atlanta.
He sure was.
Undertaker was supposed to be the American Bad in Atlanta. But but we'll see. Congratulations to 25 years. It wasn't really 25 years, but congratulations to 25 years.
Man said
a lot of 25 years, a lot of memories made. I was never the biggest Edge fan. I will stand here and admit it and say it now. I didn't shed a tear at his retirement. I honestly was like, I never was like, oh, I miss Edge. I was grateful to be watching live when he returned and seeing the passion and what he loves about this business, because I felt like how he felt that night every day I watch wrestling. So, so definitely a salute. The end of his career coincides, of course, unfortunately, in the same week as the end of the lives of Terry Funk and Bray. It's a bittersweet pill to swallow. But, if this is his last swan song, respect. That's he did it his way. He came back. I'm happy that he came back. More than anything, that's all I care about, is that he got to come back and he gave us what he had left.
Right.
So, salute to Adam Copeland for many years of service. Good luck and Godspeed, my boy. If you decide to sit down with your family in Asheville, just know I'm gonna ride that way one day and try and see if I can see y'all on the farm.
Asheville is
Adam, what's up?
Asheville is terrible.
Let her get a merch shirt. Like, I know you got something back there. I know you got a "You Think You Know Me" shirt. Something. But, look, for real, I know you got one. I know you got a one of them little brood suede joints that Christian used to wear. I know you got one.
No.
But not
forget Asheville. Forget that whole city.
Why?
Because that's where I found out I had heart failure.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Look,
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
When the little boy was when he was really sad about something falling or something, it was like he was just like, "Oh no,
No.
that's no that we didn't." I had no idea about that actually, my brother. I'm sorry to hear that. So I won't be
No,
going to
it's all
Asheville.
good. It's all good. I'll tell you the full story another day.
Yeah. Hey man, forget
Asheville is
Asheville.
full of birds.
The F
Get you
Asheville.
Asheville.
Right? Exactly.
We're gonna call it Adamville from now on.
Yeah, it's Adamville. It's
Adamville.
Adamville.
I like that.
Okay, yeah, call it that.
But like I said, to begin the show, we did the 10 bell salute. Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt as well as Mr. Terry Funk. Condolences to their families and anyone that their lives may have touched, and just their experience, as well as the knowledge they imparted, the wisdom they left, and the legacy they both cultivated. We just want to say here at Beyond the Bell, rest in power, Kings, and y'all will be missed. On that note, y'all, we about to ride out.
Appreciate
Out of
y'all.
here.
We out of here.
yeah.
Look, we out of here like swimwear. It don't work as good.
No, it's in there like swim.
Yeah, I was trying something out. Let me. I was gonna say let me
Let
cook,
him
but I
cook.
wasn't cooking. I wasn't cooking. No, I didn't cook because it didn't hit. I cooked earlier with my fickle fan joint. That's when you're supposed to say it. But now, but as for now, just make sure you guys appreciate the ones in your life that you love. Grab your loved ones, hug them, kiss them, let them know what they mean to you, because you never know when your last day is or theirs, and you don't want to leave anything unsaid or unresolved. So
Yeah.
we at the Beyond the Bell podcast signing off. It's been your boy DeAndre. Got my brother Sharon Knight, Blackout Jones, and TJ. Y'all know us collectively as the Iconics. Without the good Dr. Shaw here tonight, but we are the Carolina Wrestling Cartel. This has been BTB. I'll let y'all later.
Deuces.